Trying to win for Sharice. Of course, I know I haven't been on YouTube in like a second, but that's because I have a whole nother YouTube channel that I love more than this channel. No cap, but so I had to drop some music videos for them because I had already did some videos on certain celebrities. So I was like, this would be a good time to drop some videos. Why not? Because I'm paying for this subscription when it comes to the music itself, and I shall get profit off of it one day when my channels get monetized, even though they're not right now. But I'm working on it. So that's why I've been gone for a second, right? And it's crazy because when I heard this a week ago, I've been wanting to do this live stream, but I haven't because of what I just said. Because when you reach 95,000 views on your YouTube channel, and you haven't even been dropping no content in 8 months. I might have been, dropping some posts here and there, but outside of that, I wasn't dropping no content. I was like, yeah, I gotta go over there and get them people what they want, and I'm going to be dropping a video. So if you want to know about my other channel, go into my post and you'll find it. But I'm going to be talking about when Kanye West went on a whole rant about the Carter family twins. And, at the end of the day, of course, Kanye was going to always come out and say some things that's highly disrespectful because that's Kanye West. I grew up, I'm 31 years old, so I've been watching this man for a long time. But when he said what he said, I had to take my feelings out the whole situation and analyze it. So today, maybe really tomorrow, I'm gonna be dropping that video on my Celebrity Lookalike channel, but I'm still gonna be releasing two new music videos. One of them is gonna be Yo Gotti and Michael Bivins, and then the other one is gonna be Cat Williams and Allen Iverson. So I know people they might get in the fuss again. I should actually just do a whole video too also about that so I can get that more clarity because my short got like so many views. They crashed out on me on that. I love to talk about it, even though it's crazy because I can talk about it on another YouTube channel. So, that's all I would say to anybody. At the end of the day, you could really do whatever you want to because I'm a working mom, of course, a mother to, a 10-year-old and 12-year-old. I know, right? They big as hell. It's crazy. But at the same time, I'm able to juggle all of that. So that's why I always tell women when they be like, I'm gonna have a career in my 30s and then have children. They crazy. My son is 12 and my daughter is 10 and I'm 31 years old. And now I'm like in my prime, right? And I can have a career, which is me working my 9 to 5 because I gotta work my 9 to 5 to pay my bills because that's what I look at it like. And then I'm on YouTube now with two platforms. And that's why I took like my mini break because on my other YouTube channel, like I said, I got 95,000 views and I haven't posted over there like videos in like 8 months. So I was so happy. So I was like, yes. So that's why I've been gone for a second. But just know I ain't forgot about y'all because it's like I'm a real human being. I'm an editor, all that. Like I'm a one woman show. But I'm thankful that people even tune in to listen to me rant and rave because I can't help myself. But so now that I got some people in here, this live stream really is about the fact that if you have young children, because I have a 12-year-old son, if you have young children, especially young black children, because we still live in a time where y'all want to be called black, even though I tell my son and daughter that we Native American, it's a takeover over the brain of them to make them over extralize other people because LeBron James, people ain't gonna want to hear it. But when a young man sit here and say that he want to be the opposite gender so that he can call another man daddy, something is wrong with that. And I'm gonna let y'all listen to it so y'all can't say I'm just saying it in a negative way. This what the youth said.
If you could trade places with a celebrity for a game, who would it be and what are you doing? I'd probably have to be Savannah James. Like, I'm gonna be able to call LeBron daddy. Like, and nobody gonna think it's weird. Like, he's let go. Like, pops. I lost my dad when I was younger, so like, I used to always look at him on the court. Like, damn, man, look at my dad. So, LeBron got 3 kids. Is he going to switch spots? Well, I don't know. Bronny James. He could do it like Bryce. He could do Bryce, Bronny.
Not definitely not Bunny.
I don't like the way they call him daddy. I won't call him daddy how Savannah call him daddy. Bro, how do you know how Savannah
People think I'm tripping. People think I'm tripping. And y'all wonder why he said that. Let's listen to what LeBron James said. Listen to this. This Diddy that he talking to. So again, this is why the youth is out here talking like they're wearing purses and shit. Cause Dwayne Wade out here on a whole TV show with a goddamn purse. And then we got time to be out here worried about men and women arguing back and forth and just arguing back and forth about women ain't shit, men ain't shit. I'm telling you, people is not paying attention to these goddamn kids, and then they wonder why these kids out here deleting each other, deleting us. We don't even got no elders no more. That's all over with. Cause I love my mama and everything, but I tell people all the time, cause I don't care. The truth is the truth. The truth is to set you free. Cause I love my mama and I'll delete anybody that will ever try to come up against her to hurt her. Okay. So with that being said, she ain't no real goddamn grandma. I don't even know if she know what a damn grandma is. That's why I can't wait till one day when my children have kids. I hope to pray to God that they do. I'm gonna be the best grandma I could possibly be. I'm gonna just come and pick them up, grab their little cheeks, play with them. Cause my mama she don't do none of that with my goddamn kids. Like I that's why I be trying to tell people, like, when you have kids, y'all need to protect them, because the fact that this dude literally in 4K is saying he wants to be a whole nother gender so he can hear another man call him, so he can like call him daddy, and then he talking about he thinking about, in the sheets calling him daddy, like, and then people wonder why Lil Nas out here is the next generation, because y'all did not understand that these rappers that I've been telling y'all about and these motherfucking athletes in Hollywood, people too, they all got wiped down by baby oil. Shout out to Diddy, because he wiped them down. They wiped them down. People will get mad at me, but this is just living proof, and I know what I'm talking about, because all these states, Chicago, Philadelphia, all the states that Diddy wiped down, Meek Mills, Philly, brotherly love. Like, y'all don't get it. It's a takeover when it comes to the masculine men being shot up. And that's why I'm gonna always be an advocate of men and always preaching to them to be the next generation, because I'm gonna keep saying it. Like, people might not want to hear it, and that's fine with me, but y'all need to be protecting y'all children. If y'all letting them watch Kai Cenat, I Show Speed, Aaron Ross, editor people, you gonna be in big trouble. I'm just gonna keep it real. People don't want to understand that, again, LeBron James, Diddy, Jay-Z, all these entities, Snoop Dogg, all of them, goddamn it. We could go back. Lil Nas X. Okay then. So with that being said, Busta Rhymes, all of them, they all been in the motherfucking closet playing games with y'all. And that's why they ain't flip these damn kids, and nobody don't want to talk about it. But I don't care what nobody say. At the end of the day, you can be whoever you want to be. You can whoever you want to be. But why is a motherfucking kid talking about he want to be a whole nother gender so that he can call a man daddy? And y'all think this is something, so y'all telling me that this is gonna be our new generation? Lil Nas X and them, that's our new generation. So we ain't gonna talk about it. Y'all be want to be wrapped up in these rappers deleting themselves. That's why I don't even talk about that shit. Cause I don't. They the reason why our motherfucking kids up right now. Cause y'all men was too busy worried about that, and that's why these kids messed up right here too. So we can blame the women all day and night, but at the end of the day, when our men are nowhere to be found because they locked up in the goddamn penitentiary, getting wiped down in baby oil, or they out there having Glock dookies. Shout out to a content creator that I shall not name. And so when you doing that, like, that's why our community's in a fucking shambles. And I love to talk about it, because you can get mad at it, but it's the goddamn truth. And that's why I'm so glad that I'm a goddamn real millennium. 1994, okay, in progress, okay, that shut that shit down, had a whole goddamn family. That's why I can say I got a 12-year-old son and a 10-year-old daughter, okay? And I look youthful than a motherfucker. You know why? Because I understood that I ain't finna let none on this goddamn earth corrupt me to be a motherfucking dummy. I understand that at the end of the day, we are two genders. It is what it is. I follow the Bible and the Quran. I don't know. I don't care about what the fuck going on in the world, how they trying to manipulate you to be dumb, all that shit. I ain't had time for none of that. Cause I'm gonna say it again. I grew up with a stepdaddy that was from the era of Crips and Bloods, not this fake shit, watered down version. Did y'all see this fake shit that is over with now? That's why a lot of these ninjas getting deleted and getting locked up. Since y'all want to talk about it so much, that's why they getting locked up, because they ran rampant in the community, and y'all allowed it at the end of the day too. So y'all don't, people don't like to talk about the fact that y'all let big U's and the big beach of the world just run in our community rampant and do up stuff. And I'm glad it's over with. I'm so glad. That part. So now can we worry about the goddamn kids? Now that all these motherfuckers them got locked up and got deleted, can we now worry about the goddamn kids? Can we protect the youth from Kyson, I show speed and all the motherfuckers? Can we protect the youth now? Cause apparently y'all didn't want to protect the goddamn youth. Cause I'm one of them youth that definitely didn't get goddamn protected. That's why I know about the goddamn rap. That's why I know about goddamn violence. That's why I know about all that shit. And that's why I stood back then looking at my stepdaddy like, I shall not be in this goddamn situation. Goddamn, I should have a family and live my goddamn best life. And that's what I did. Shit. I was like, fuck all that. I don't know how people always want to trauma bond and be like, oh yeah, I went through some fucked up shit in life, so let me be fucked up too. No, I use my fucked up shit in life that I haven't disclosed everything. I use that as more motivation to be the best. And that's why I'm living my best life. And that's why I'm trying to tell y'all. I love my son and daughter, and I shall protect them. They are unique. They one of a kind, each one of them. You know why? Because I raised them under a system. Because I understood even back then that you got to raise your kids in the system. That's why all these kids out here talking about they want to be a motherfucking another gender so they can hear a man that they don't even know, who is a fucked up individual, by the way, who was out there with Diddy getting wiped down in baby oil. So with that being said, this boy out here talking about something, he want to be a whole nother gen. I just be like, I'm glad my son and daughter they ain't stupid like that. Like, I don't have to talk to my son and daughter about stupid stuff like that, because they already know better, because I'm going to say it again. People need to be raising their kids differently. We're living in a different time. All this thug culture, rap culture, NBA culture, acting culture, anything to do with Hollywood and per se when it comes to the black influence over us, sororities, sororities, and to throw their motherfucking ass on the chopping block to the sororities because they fucking hazing, killing people. We need to talk about this too. I shouldn't say killing, but what I mean is that people are getting deleted under hazing. YouTube, that's what I meant. So what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, we don't even talk about that. We don't even talk about how sororities are just like Hollywood individuals, because they be getting hazed. Then there was some young dude, Caleb, whatever, got hazed. Okay, then. So we don't never talk about that. Me, I don't care, because I tell people all the time, I ain't here for the clicks and views, even though I'm here for the clicks and views. Because at the end of the day, we gotta talk about stuff that makes sense. And what don't make sense is the fact that I'm gonna keep saying people will spend all their energy and time talking about a big U, like this some fucking big meat. It's a whole nother 50 cent big meat type of situation. That's why I tell people all the time, they are rats. They got wiped down the baby oil. That's how I really been feeling this whole week. That's why I was so glad to be on my other celebrity channel, by the way. I love y'all so much. Thank y'all for looking at my music videos. Um my Blue Ivy video, I was like, thank y'all, it didn't, even though it didn't do great numbers, even though my Jay-Z didn't do great numbers, but apparently Left Eye gonna always do great numbers, that part. So I was on my other YouTube channel over there giving them some goddamn content, because I was like, at the end of the day, I don't feel like talking about no goddamn Big U and all these entities that's been corrupting all goddamn people that I've been saying the whole time. And I'm just glad the goddamn program been finally shut. It took a fucking Republican to get his weak ass in there and close the whole door. The whole time y'all let Democrats just run them up with the fucking celebrities, and they've been brainwashing y'all to be dummies like damn Carter family. Cause y'all can say whatever y'all want to, the fucking Carter family, but it's the biggest disgrace in 2025. And on my other channel, my celebrity lookalike channel, I'm gonna be talking about it. Cause as much as Kanye West do come out here and say degenerate shit that he gonna always do, just know that I know that Kanye on a different level, because I'm, like I said, I'm a millennium, so I grew up with Kanye. So everybody else be looking at him like they be looking at him, but I be looking at him like he be telling the goddamn truth, but he gonna say the most stupidest why he say it at the same time. But people don't want to be real about this. Why we don't see the goddamn twins? Okay then. So the fact that Kanye had to come out here and say that shit should have tell everybody that something was wrong with us anyway, for not even questioning these hoes. Cause Jay-Z could be out here trying to say that he ain't do X, Y, and Z. But we can see Blue Ivory. She out here 12, 13 wearing makeup. They don't need to be doing that to their kids, by the way. And then, the fact that we don't ever see the twins. So, you know me, I had to do my research because that's what I do anyway. You know, if y'all don't know, your girl is heavy when it comes to research. But I'm gonna say this, I might end up making my own version over here too, just so that I can do what I want to, because now what I know, I ain't gonna never get sued. Shit, that's why I'm glad I have a whole nother channel. Because again, I would never be a fucking Tasha K, Malega, or Lagra, or whatever her name is. I would never be none of them people. You know why? Because I know that the truth is that we're spiritual people. We live on this earth because the Most High put us on this earth because we did some despicable things. So that's why we get to see the devil in plain sight, try to manipulate us down a path to not be with him. So that's why I always tell people put the Most High first, because we living in a world where the devil is right there. Like, I don't get it. Like, people always be acting like the devil's supposed to be some scary ass person, but I always try to tell people this: the devil been here the whole time. The only reason we know about the devil is because woman ate the forbidden knowledge, which is tab sex. That part, which is why they always use that. Like, people need to really think about this. What is the biggest influence on this earth outside of race? Sex. And that's the biggest sin. I'm just saying. I know it's hard to believe, but it's the truth in my eyes. Because why they always want to use that to mold us and to make us despicable beings? Because I'm gonna say this: DJ Academic, all these ninjas that's on YouTube in these certain sectors, they want to come out here and say they the king of hip hop and shit, the Vlad TVs of the world, all them motherfuckers. Okay, then them people, yeah, them twisted individuals that be promoting the degeneracy that we already have in our community, and they get the platforming. So that's why in 2025 we can have real colonizers just come on the platform and say they kings of, hip hop. And I laugh at y'all because I was like, that's what y'all asked to get for. Because this whole time y'all let 50 Cent, y'all let all these individuals just come out here and make a muck of they goddamn selves. They ain't even raise their goddamn kids or nothing. They ain't put their kids in position. Nigga, when they motherfucking fall off, them motherfucking kids gonna fall off. That's why I tell people, you always gotta pay attention to a man that take care of his kids. If a man ain't take care of his goddamn kids, I don't care what nobody say, that tells you right there in plain sight that they ain't shit. They always want to talk about women. Okay, if women ain't raising their kid right, especially if they single mothers right, then that same thing goes for them. Because I don't care what nobody say. 50 Cent, Rick Ross, all them niggas hoes in my book. Because they got motherfucking Tisha Kemp, that bitch over there. I hope she know I got on my celebrity channel. But she over there acting a goddamn fool, holding the son hostage. One of her sons allegedly got deleted, I think. So with that being said, he don't take care of his son. He ain't raising him the right way. He ain't put him in position. 50 Cent, he said because his son didn't want to do a sneaker deal, all of a sudden now he a disgrace. And then the other son he got, where the fuck he at? He ain't raised them. But Floyd Mayweather, shout out to Floyd Mayweather. I'm going to always give him his respect because I grew up watching boxing and it was my favorite. Him and Zab Judah. Zab Judah, when they saw this shit was epic. Oh my gosh. People just don't understand boxing in today's time. Mayweather got his goddamn grandson out there teaching him how to box already. When I seen that shit, I was like, yes. Because y'all don't understand. When I was growing up, I was all about Floyd Mayweather and Kanye West. Like, if you want to say black top male influence outside of Denzel Washington, them was my top male influencers when I was growing up. So when I see him do that with his son, I was like, man, I remember back then when his granddaddy used to do him like that. So it's like, man, y'all don't get it. Like, as much as people want to talk about Floyd because he can't read, like my granddaddy can't goddamn read. And he been working for the goddamn state for like 40 years in Georgia. My daddy's mama. My mama's daddy, I mean. So with that being said, I was like, I was mad even back then when the Breakfast Club did that shit to him because I'm like, it's now look at them. The Breakfast Club, they gotta have uh less hilarious to get content now. But they wanted to disrespect Floyd Mayweather back in the day because he couldn't read. But he the one out here big balling, buying a whole motherfucking estate in my mind for his goddamn grandson that he teaching how to box. Did motherfucking Rick Ross do that? Did 50 Cent do that? But y'all made them niggas relevant. So that's what I be saying. I'ma always take Kanye serious. I'ma always take him serious. Even though I'ma keep saying that he gonna always say some disrespectful shit. He gonna always do that. That's just who he is. I've been knowing that since I was a kid. But I'm gonna keep telling y'all let a LeBron James, a motherfucking LeBron James. That's why I had to fucking start watching basketball because I ain't gonna cap. Shaq was my favorite basketball player, but not because he played basketball, because he was on Disney Channel. So I loved him. I ain't gonna cap on that. But Kobe Bryant's gonna forever be my favorite basketball player. So when he left this earth, it was already over with for me when it came to basketball because I didn't really care no more. I'm like, Kobe gone, so I don't even have to watch that shit no more. And then LeBron James flopping, being theatrical and shit. I was good. Like that's why I don't understand how y'all take LeBron James flopping ass serious. Like y'all, this goddamn young person want to call motherfucking LeBron James the little goat. Nigga, that nigga is the flop the goat. Flopping ass nigga. Him and what's his name? James Harden. That nigga, them was the biggest flopping niggas on planet Earth. And that's why I was just like, I'm good. Everybody try to make LeBron James be this nigga that's supposed to be all positive, great. He played, but no, he was. That's why his son flopping, not the other son, but the son in the NBA with him right now. That's why he got. Did you see the title? Okay, then. Like people need to stop making people relevant that's not doing shit. LeBron James ain't doing shit. I'm just being real. He ain't like I'm gonna say it again like Dwayne Wade. They ain't doing shit. Speaking of Dwayne Wade, I didn't even play the part when he was saying the stupid shit that he was saying. So let's matter of fact, let's play that part. Cause I was out here just flopping my chops like I always do. And we need to talk about that. Because I don't want Dwayne Wade to get away with this shit. Hell no. Cause I'm gonna say it again. It's a war on masculinity, and that's what I'm on YouTube for. Because apparently women don't care about y'all men that want to be masculine. They don't want to make families great again. They want to make family just great again. Period. I don't know what's going on. I'm telling y'all. But it's a war on masculinity, man.
You don't famously have a merce.
A merce.
I've been carrying a merce for a very long time. Look at this. Well, where y'all find these photos?
Yeah, that part. Where they find them photos? A merce. What is a merce, y'all?
There we go. Look at that. Wait, are y'all in Paris? Yeah, you know, Fashion Week. Fashion Week. That's like schoolgirl chic or something like that. Yeah, listen, I don't understand. Like,
if y'all seen the way he twerked his lips when she said that, you understand why I'm saying what I'm saying. Y'all better, men, y'all need to have some goddamn kids out here, because I'm telling y'all, people, I'm gonna say this before we finish listening to this. Back when Obama got in office, I try to tell everybody want to be like, you crazy, something wrong with you, blase, blase, blase. 2025, the motherfucking black children out here talking about motherfucking LeBron James, the GOAT, and they want to be Savannah James so they can call him daddy. And we know in 4K, LeBron James said that ain't no party like a Diddy party. And y'all wondering why I'm saying that it's all of them. Dwayne Wade just said he got a fucking merce, and you want me to believe he didn't get wiped down the baby boy? Yeah, y'all want me to believe that? And y'all wonder why I be having these goddamn titles and these goddamn thumbnails. Cause y'all, I'm telling people I ain't playing with none of y'all when it comes to this, because it's crazy that we not gonna talk about the fact that they just want to try to just take out the whole race of our men. Just y'all just want to make us dead. So the whole world, this is what I don't know if y'all see this, but the whole world, that's what they look at us like now. Especially when it comes to these goddamn rappers. Like Dwayne Wade let this woman flip his son, and y'all nobody blinked the eye. It was no outcry. It was like no say the children. Y'all always want to run around when people was talking about Diddy, right? Say the children. Documentaries and everything about Hollywood and how they doing X, Y, and Z. But the moment our kids out here getting flipped, nobody don't want to say nothing. If y'all looking at them flip their kids, what the hell y'all think the kids doing? Because you know the goddamn kids ain't getting taken care of. Because parents out here being baby mamas and shit. Daddy's definitely locked the hell up because they ain't taking care of the kids, because they getting, someone might be getting right down the baby or in prison. I'm just keeping it real. Like, ain't nobody want to be no motherfucking Floyd Mayweather. Nobody didn't want to achieve greatness, even though he might still went to some of them parties with 50 Cent and shit, because he think he gonna get away with some of that, but he still did some underhanded shit too with Rick Ross baby mama. But what I'm saying is that's kind of crazy. We ain't got that many people to actually say that after all these years they kind of somewhat clean when it comes to taking care of their children. Denzel Washington did not take care of his kids, they flipped out. The majority of people kids been flipped out, and I don't know why nobody don't want to talk about it, because it's the truth. Like, let's be real about this. Anthony Mackie, even though he came out and said, right, that he want his sons to be straight, I hope he do that, because he kissed a man, and everybody want to talk shit about him because he kissed a man, but he in that industry, so he gonna kiss a man like Denzel Washington, who out here trying to say something. Oh, I don't want to say I'm a Hollywood actor. Nigga, you're a Hollywood actor. Get over it. Then you just say you kissed the man in the Gladiator and they took it out. Okay, then we're not gonna do that. So I hope Anthony Mackie's sons be straight for his sake anyway, because he said he want that to happen for him. But it's just so crazy how our whole community being flipped. And I'm gonna say it again. I look at the youth because I'm 31 years old. So I look at the youth. I talk to the younger people, and the ones that really gravitate towards me, either in relationships, or they got their head on straight. I ain't gonna lie. I don't in real life. I don't gravitate the youth that's effed up. I only gravitate toward the youth that's actually in relationships and stuff like that because that's my energy. I'm in a relationship shit. I ain't trying to attract people that ain't standing on business. I want to be around people that standing on business. So that's how I know the people that listen to me. Even if he ain't standing on business, we can stand on business. But I'm gonna let y'all listen to again the fact that Dwayne Wade got a whole merce out here, and he had it for years. So again, they have been doing this for years. Have been getting right down to baby oil for years. That's all I gotta say.
And we normally have to put our wallets and our phones and our money and everything in our pockets. Like,
That's
I
what a
pay a
man
lot for
supposed
these
to do.
clothes. I am not trying to walk out like that. So now I get to put stuff in a bag. Here's your purse. This is my travel bag right now. This is my travel purse. Right
The
here.
world we live in.
Travel purse is nice. I got a lot of things in there. One of the most important things in here is my friendship bracelet.
Friendship bracelet.
I need to make sure that my lips stay, they ain't dry. You are organized. Yeah.
You organized.
My eye drops in here. This is important, everybody. I'm sorry, but I was like, what is when that? I go eat, when I go out to restaurants, I want to be sticking my hand in my mouth. So I got my
I know y'all don't listen to it. I don't either.
So I got a lot of things in there. Bag, all organized. Yeah, I'm very organized. Like I said, I got a little touch of OCD, but I got a lot of things. Do you have a stylist or you dress yourself? No, I don't have time to dress myself. I have an amazing stylist. Yeah.
He ain't got time to do none of that.
I kind of felt like you must because you're very chic and you have to, look at that merch, y'all.
She said a man is chic. This is our generation that we living in. I would have never thought this. Damn. I mean, I remember when Jones River said that we had the first transgender um, first lady, and then this thing, she was deleted. I thought back then that was bad, but I did not think in 2025 that this new generation of young men too, because at work, because I had ended up switching my hours, right? So I ended up getting a new manager, so that means I had to move to like AFE. Shout out to Amazon. And I know them dudes in their early 20s and they is straight flipped. Both of them, I was just looking at them like they boyfriends. And they both was black too. And I was just looking at them in my mind like, because I don't stare at people, but I can still look at you and then I can already analyze your whole body and all that great stuff. So I was just like, damn. And it wasn't just them either. I seen other young dudes too that wasn't just black, that was flipped out. And I'm like, damn, this the next generation. I'm like, when they said that they was going to make people not produce children, I was like, they won. And then the fact that a lot of youth be watching corn, that means that they ain't gonna have no energy, meaning they ain't gonna have no sperm. They definitely want to fight in certain areas because parents weren't parenting. So that's just the truth. When it all boils down, that's what I really analyzed about the whole thing. They don't care about grown people because that's why I'm on the internet talking about what I'm talking about. The youth can't, they ain't gonna never understand it because they young and we gullible at the same time. So that's why I'm really on the internet to a certain degree because I really like one to let the youth know that don't be worried about your body parts. The only thing y'all really need to be worried about is that y'all gonna be in the fucking era of technology, your fucking credit score, not committing no crimes, staying structured, get a trade, fuck going to college, get a trade. Matter of fact, get multiple trades, women and men, right? Boys and girls. No, seriously, get trades because that's way better. Because, if you already own the school anyway when it comes to you know, school, yeah, they on your neck. They on your neck. If they going after the PPP loan people, best believe they going after people that got that same debt when it comes to the colleges and stuff like that. So that's why I always push the agenda when it comes to trading schools, because you'll pick up a lot more in life when you're trading, because that's the point of living. You got to trade in this life. But I ain't gonna lie. I just look at it like I'm glad the damn era didn't be motherfucking closed. Now I know that they created the new generation of Lil Nas X. That's what we looking at, and I'm gonna keep telling men, y'all need to believe in polygamy, cause I feel like I'm in the time to say it more than ever. Like, Y'all don't get it. Like, think about this. Obama came into office and we had the first, I'm just saying, the transgender, ain't nothing wrong with that. He loved him a transgender woman and ain't nothing wrong with that. A shout out to Obama for being with a transgender woman, right? So with that being said, what it did to our community was flip it, because he installed a process called rappers who were out here rapping and graping at the same time. That's why Diddy in prison right now. And that's why they scared. You see none of the rappers saying nothing but Kanye. Ray J and Kanye, the only people that's out here coming out saying that they standing on business for Diddy, which is funny as hell. Cause it's like, Ray J, you know, I hope people know I don't like Ray J. Cause I love Whitney Houston growing up, and I grew up watching Whitney Houston. So when she got unalive, the two people I remember her talking to was Ray J and Brandy. Them the only two people I motherfucking remember. So I don't. That's why I'm always be like, that's how you know Ray J when he talking about the gates. You see, that means Diddy wipe down baby oil. Orlando Bloom is the key to it all. That's why I laugh at people too, because I'm from 1994. That's why I tell people I'm a millennial. I'm gonna stand on business because we got new generations, so I always try to shout out to my millennials, us real millennials out there, okay? Because we got these new generations, so I got to shout out my community. But with that being said, Orlando Brown is key, and I'm still trying to figure out when he gonna ever come out and talk about the weigh-ins. Orlando Brown, you love to always be talking about all Ray J, all them, all that. When you gonna come out and talk about the weigh-ins? Cause you know I know that you was in fucking major pain. So we all know what happened in the goddamn movie. And he was a kid back then. He don't ever talk about that. I ain't never hear. I wonder what he gonna talk about. That's what I'm talking about right now too, because this off topic. But since we gonna talk about all these goddamn celebrities, like when Orlando Brown gonna come out and talk about how the whole Wayans family wiped him down the baby oil allegedly? Because I really feel like that. Like I say, I'm a millennium, so I really got to grow up and look at a lot of different type of content in today's time. So that's why I always tell people it's crazy. It's really crazy how this shit been in our face the whole time. And because parents was not being parents, they wasn't teaching us that this is really entertainment, even though I saw it like that. And that these people really, them people, they might be doing things that they shouldn't be doing to the youth. Which is why they always promote that boys should get you know what, and it's okay. I don't care what nobody say. That's the truth. Because let's be real. Kendra G, which is why I don't like her and I never liked her anyway. When that man got on her platform and said that he got you know what by a woman, and she said that's not possible, that's when I always tell people this is why men in our community been flipped. Because women, we did not do the right thing by our men. At the end of the day, this is the one time where I would say that the devil played his part. When I say the devil played his part and helped, yeah, he played his part and helped. And we definitely rolled right into the goddamn circus right along with him. Not saying that men didn't play their part, but we definitely did not help, goddamn it. We definitely did not help. And I'm gonna keep saying it. It's a sad day for our community. Y'all don't get it. Like, it's a sad day for real for our community. Because when this shit is over, nigga, because it ain't over yet. But when they fucking like that, I'm gonna be like, they got y'all ass. Y'all was running down Cat Williams and shit. Y'all should have been looking at motherfucking Jim Carrey. Y'all was chasing motherfucking Cat Williams. That's why I don't like his ass. Y'all was, Cat Williams, he exposed your shit in 2024. I'm like, nigga, he's not. Everything y'all be talking about is so fucking old. It's funny. That's why in today's time, that's why even though as much as Kanye say the stupidest shit sometimes, he is y'all don't understand the trends that motherfucking Kanye West then set. He ain't gonna never get his due respect, in my opinion, because I'm gonna say it again. He always coming out here saying the most fucked up shit though. He really do. And I just be like, that's why you ain't gonna never get your recognition, because you always come out here and say the fucking most stupidest shit. But y'all don't understand. If people actually would have really understood that Kanye West was a fucking nerd and that nigga was with the fucking apps because he was with Kim K, he was with the fucking apps. If people was putting their motherfucking kids on apps and shit, when I say apps, I mean teaching them how to fucking code. That's what I really mean. Teaching them how to code. Our people will be in a different level. We'll be like a motherfucking Floyd. We'll have been able to buy a motherfucking grandson. Nigga, think about this. He bought his grandson some motherfucking builders. And I ain't talking about some regular ass builders. I'm talking about his motherfucking kids can be like Donald Trump. His kid could be his grandson. I mean, can well, it might as well be his kid because that's his legacy. He can be like Paris Hilton. Paris Hilton, that like she like Donald Trump. That's why I always respect Paris Hilton too. She one of a kind. So with that being said, she ain't never got to do shit in her life because her family own the fucking Hiltons. But nobody, that's what I'm saying. I need to make a fucking live stream about Floyd about this too, because he need to get his respect. Because I don't care what nobody say. Y'all out here, oh, motherfucking 50 Cent, Rick Ross, them nigga hoes. They ain't give they motherfucking grandson shit. They ain't even give their son shit. That's why I don't respect niggas like that. Because when I look at my boyfriend, I look at his kids, he didn't put all his kids in position. Because at the end of the day, my boyfriend old. I ain't gonna cap. And I hate when people like, he's a sugar daddy. I'm like, what the fuck is a sugar daddy? Because I'm a millennium. What the fuck is a sugar daddy? Because the nigga is, oh, he's a sugar daddy? I was like, y'all, that's how you know too. Women, we let weird shit become a trend. Because I would never understand that cougars, sugar mama, sugar daddies. What? So you want to use a nigga for his money? So you a prostitute? So you put your body on like so you might as well just go and put yourself on the corner then at this point. Like I would never understand that, but he got kids like I'm 31 and his daughter she like 1 year older than me. And then he got two other sons that's in their 20s. Then he got a younger son that's 16. And like I said, when I look at his kids, I'll be like, see, this is what a man supposed to do with his kids. Because all his kids is in position. His daughter got her own house in New York. Actually, she just got it. Both his sons went to college. His son, he be really living his best life. He be going to all the fucking, I ain't gonna cap. His son he be traveling and shit with some of the baddest females. Like every time white, black, I just be like, damn, he ain't date nobody, by the way. But I just be like, damn. His other son I don't get to see because he in New York. And then his other son, he young, so he in school living his best life. But that's what I'm saying. That's why a lot of women dumb too. Y'all be going for any niggas. Y'all just be going for niggas that not taking care of their kids. Y'all be going for niggas that's, oh, just cause he got a good penis, so I'ma just go for that. Oh, he a scrub, I'm go for that. Oh, he look good, I'm go for that. Like that's why a lot of women be fucked up and they ain't got real commitment in life when it comes to a man. That's why I have real commitment with my man, by the way, because one thing he already know that he shall have another woman one day, because I'm trying to make that possible. So just help me get my goddamn channel monetized so I can keep giving y'all more content that I'm gonna keep doing anyway. Because at the end of the day, I'm telling you, when my channel get monetized, oh my gosh, that's when I'm really gonna be happy. When this channel get monetized and my other channel get monetized, oh my gosh, I'm gonna smoke so much weed. I'm gonna be so happy. Goddamn it, no cap. Men might get the best, you know what, always anyway. But god damn it, I'm so serious because I tell people all the time, like especially at my job, I tell people all the time, get a goddamn YouTube channel. Do some shit. Like we live in a time we can just get on the internet and talk whenever we want to, however we want to a certain degree. And why not? Shoot. Like I'm trying, like I said, I'm looking at this as more motivation. One, to clock some dollars eventually so that I can launch my lip gloss line. Cause I can't wait to launch that. Like that's just like, ooh, it's gonna be totally awesome. Because again, at the end of the day, we on this earth to create something. Like I don't want to leave this goddamn earth and not be able to have my distribution center. I don't want to leave this earth without saying I got it and can look at it and be like, damn, I did that. Like I'm so serious about that. Like, and you know how I'm gonna do that? Because I'm having a goddamn lip gloss line. That part. So it's like we all gotta want to have something in life. But that's why I'm so glad that these rappers and these athletes, it's over with, because it's a fucking Republican in the fucking White House and they had to come in and shut down the Democratic Party nonsense. Because if you didn't know, because I tell people this all the time too, the damn Democrats controlled Hollywood. And we all know what Hollywood is: basketball, football, whatever it is Hollywood. Tell yourself whatever you want to. The department been closed. Don't y'all understand? That's why all these rappers getting locked up or deleted. That's why PP Loan people go locked down or now rats. They gonna forever be rats. Al Sharpton, rat. I'm just telling y'all, churches, CPT 13 or whatever it's called that they get from the government, rats. Everything been exposed like in our community. Now can we focus on our kids? Now, can we build them up for success? Can we put them in coding? Can we put them in STEM? Can we put them into the new era? Cause we under a new world order, and the new world order is credit. The New World Order is your ass, if you ever get caught up, your ass gonna be grass. So your ass better live a righteous life, put the most high first, and you should be great. But it's so funny because I've been doing this too. I've been doing this because I love the Chinese culture. So they've been doing this shit in America just now want to do it. So I've been doing it. But it's just so funny that again, a lot of people didn't even know that we was already under a credit system because when Biden was in office, he was already doing the legwork for Trump because you got to understand all the presidents are connected. They all come through to do a job and it's still connected some sort of way. So when Biden was in office, yeah, he was giving Lizinski billions of fucking dollars. Thank gosh Trump kicked him in his fucking ass. That's how I love Trump for that shit. Shout out to Trump for that. I don't care. Thank you, Trump. So when Biden was in office, he was making sure that was happening. He was making sure that the credit system was set up. That's why one day, nigga, we gonna be skirt skirt. Amazon One. That's what it's called, Amazon One. Cause I work for Amazon. So when I was working for when I first started working for Amazon, I asked them about that. I was like, so do you know about the Amazon One where we'll get to be able to do the scan stuff? Cause I had to ask cause I'm crazy like that because I just had to see if they was putting on business like me. Cause I just started working here. I've been doing about this. Do y'all know? But no, seriously, like I'm not playing. Y'all better be worried about y'all credit. Get your goddamn credit together. Stop committing life a crime. Cause your ass might get locked up. And then you might have to be a rat for life. Rat for life. I'm not playing. I'm not playing. You might have to be a whack 100 for life, a DJ academic for life, a DJ Vlad for life. These niggas are not even DJs. How could these niggas just culture vulture into the land of DJs? Like, this is why real DJs don't even exist no more. Because think about it, y'all. Niggas that's not even DJs call themselves DJ. Like, DJ Khaled came out of motherfucking nowhere. He think he gonna get away. You not gonna get away like Fresh Montana. Y'all hoes not getting away. How y'all gonna call yourselves DJs? Y'all are not real DJs. I couldn't believe we even let people like they call themselves DJs. I was like, when DJ when DJ came out with cause you know I love Rihanna. That's my boo. I love Rihanna. I'm sorry. So when he came out with Rihanna and it was wow 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 thoughts. I'm like, how the fuck did DJ Khaled get in with Rihanna? This is some bullshit. She got her nipples showing and everything. I'm like, this is why I love Rihanna. Like, no cap. So the fact that she with ASAP Rocky, I'm like, really? He was smart. I ain't gonna cap. He was smart because, nigga, he would have never got off that goddamn. If it wasn't for Rihanna, he would have got locked the fuck up. Let's be real about this. If it wasn't for him being with Rihanna, he would have got locked the fuck up. I don't care what nobody say. If it wasn't, because it's Rihanna we talked about. That's why I love Rihanna. She got away from Jay-Z ass. I already knew when she slept with that billionaire. I was like, she's sleeping with greatness right now. I said, this is the first time of her life because, you know, she was getting piped down by the whole industry. So I was like, allegedly. So when I seen she hooked up with that billionaire, I was like, yeah, she finna come up. I knew then. I was like, she ain't gonna be like Janet Jackson and just have a baby with him. I was like, she gonna come up. She gonna be smart. She ain't had no baby with him. And she came up, then she, okay then. But y'all would never pay attention because y'all ain't no real Rihanna supporter like me. Because goddamn, I tell people all the time, that's why I'm up on game. Because again, when I was growing up, I only looked at certain people. I ain't give a fuck about all that. I am not gonna be out here looking at people that's not gonna put me in likeness of greatness. Because I'm gonna keep telling y'all at the end of the day, when you do watch people, because we live in a world we're gonna watch people. It is what it is. But it's who the hell you watch. That's why even in today's time, I'm heavily in a male dominated content creator space. I'm male dominated. I'm watching majority male content creators. The only females, that's why I always shout them out because it's a select few. I'm just be real. Messy Michonne and of course Pink Bug Listens. Them top two women that I love them. Like I love Messy Michonne because she's from the same generation my boyfriend from because they generation X. So I love her because she's just so awesome. I love Messy Michonne. Like I really do. Like no cap, because it's like she's like my boyfriend, but the female version. Like I'm not playing. Like I'm so serious. So that's how I love Missy Michonne so much. Like shout out to Missy Michonne. But no, for real, the world we live in, like I always try to tell people, you gotta look at things that's gonna put you in greatness. Fuck all that trying to follow people that's ain't doing shit in life. That's why I don't take no fucking Rick Ross serious, 50 Cent serious. I'm not finna take them hoes serious. LeBron James, he literally made me have to stop watching sports. So with that being said, I will never believe in them. Like a Cat Williams, you was on Friday, you was a pimp. We not doing this. You is not no goddamn Jim Carrey. You wasn't in the Truman Show. You wasn't in Living Color. You wasn't on Ace Ventura. That's why when in 2024 I was so mad and I took it out on my celebrity lookalike channel. That's why them people on my celebrity lookalike channel crashed the fuck out. Like I'm not playing on my. If you go to my post, go to my celebrity lookalike channel. I had a particular short. Them motherfucking men crashed the fuck out. They called me AI bots and everything. They was mad at me because what I said about Cat Williams. I don't give a fuck. I tell people all the time, I don't care. I'm a millennium. I love Jim Carrey. I'm never gonna take Cat Williams serious. He's gonna always be that comedian in my book that I'm gonna always put over everybody. And I don't care who get mad. I don't care. They're like, oh my gosh, you really just put a white man over Cat Williams, and I'm gonna be like, yeah, ho. I put him over him. Yep, and I'm gonna continue on doing it because I'm gonna say it again. He was a pimp. Jim Carrey was in the fucking Truman Show and Living Color. Ice, ice, baby. Okay, so with that being said, I'ma always hold the fort down because I'm a millennium and we living in a generation where you should promote your fucking generation because at this point they always trying to crash our goddamn generations out, make them all look like we fucked up anyway. So that's why I always love to shout out to generations because I love Generation Z. I love y'all. Y'all are babies, okay? And y'all need to goddamn do better. Y'all need to stop being out here giving these goddamn people y'all goddamn money. And when I mean y'all money, I mean OF because this new generation, y'all men, I don't know what is they teaching y'all young people because I couldn't do it. How y'all buying box and like why is Generation Z buying box like and then we saying that women should not have OFs. They wouldn't have them if y'all wouldn't be buying it. That's why I say it all the time. Like corn is some of the biggest thing on this earth that's gonna always have any generation. I don't care what generation it is messed up. Like if they keep promoting it the way they do. I feel bad for this. I'm telling you, the generations underneath them, I just be like, damn. Cause I don't care what nobody say. The generation underneath them, I be forgetting alpha, beta. I be forgetting what my son and daughter in. I just be like, cause it's crazy. I'm telling y'all the stuff that they look at. Cause I take time out of my time to go look at what they look at. No cap. Cause I have to. Cause I be wanting to make sure I know what's going on. Because at the end of the day, I got kids, and I need to make sure I know again what they watching. Even though I always say when I look at my daughter's stuff, like, why the hell you be watching this destructive stuff? Like for somebody, I be like, damn, what is this? Like she be watching some gory stuff sometimes. I just be like, so you'll watch a snippet of a movie and it's gory like this, and I just be like, but it'd be some of the stupid stuff. I'm like, what is this? But it'd be funny at the same time because my daughter can literally make anything out of clay. So sometimes I just be like, how you do this? And then she comes find me, it's like, I want to show you what I created. I'm like, this is amazing. So at the end of the day, that's why I be saying people you have to take time to be knowing what your kids doing and promote happiness in their life. And I love my son and daughter. I swear, like that's why I be so big on coming on my platform and be talking about how all these celebrities got wiped down in baby oil and the men got wiped down in baby oil. So that means that they really are producing generation of men to not be men no more, which means that if your son is growing up looking at them and fantasizing about them, they might grow up and do the same thing. I'm not playing. Like for that boy to sit there and say he wanted to be Savannah James, I'd be like, yep, our community fucked up even worse than before. Yep, if I thought it was messed up during the civil rights era, I ain't gonna lie, that ain't nothing. Like, that ain't nothing. White people being racist towards us, I'm sorry. I want to go back and live in that time because I don't want to live in this time where I get to see like celebrities get to control the narrative of our men. Like I don't care what nobody say. Celebrities literally get to control the narrative of our men, and it's weird as hell. We living in a time where she could come out and say that straight men, it's something wrong with straight men. I'd be like, wow. And then the motherfucking Dwayne Wade can talk about he got a satchel mace, whatever the hell it's called. I ain't even trying to remember the name of it. Cause I don't even make it relevant for our youth to even take it serious. Like, I be going on my rants because at the end of the day, it's the truth. Our youth is messed up and we don't even be caring. Like, sometimes I be like, so now that this shit is closed, are we gonna worry about the fact that these motherfucking men was getting wiped down in baby oil? Which mean if our sons were really idolizing them, because I don't care what nobody say. When I was growing up, I was idolizing celebrities, especially because I didn't really have no real parents. I'm just keep it real. I'm just keep it real. See, me, I'm a real parent to my son and daughter, so they look up to me. My motherfucking son and daughter, I'm gonna just be real. My son and daughter look up to me and my boyfriend, and they brothers and sisters and my sister and they dad. That's what they look up to, which I really feel like that's what they should be really looking up to. You know, even though my mom and my uncle and my brother, who is their uncle, get on my nerves. They even look up to them to a certain degree. I'd rather for that shit to be real. Like my son and daughter, they don't do that because again, I grew up, I taught them different things, you know. So at the end of the day, of course, this thing gonna be slipping down. That's why y'all seeing this red thing. But at the end of the day, I would keep telling people like you would rather your kids look up to you. Cause if your son looking up to LeBron James, he gonna want to be out here saying he might. I'm just being real. He might be like, I want to be Savannah James, so I can call LeBron James daddy. When I seen that, I was like, last week, I was like, and then I just did case of how Manny Fresh and Birdman really created the Wipe Me Down, and they was literally that same episode, because it's a goddamn episode, goddamn it. That whole episode, next thing you know, he kissing Lil Wayne. And then Birdman, I mean, nobody bad. Lil Boosie all of a sudden talking about something, write me down. Just hooked up with P. Diddy, about to go past 50, blow past 50, wipe me down. I be telling people you gotta go back and look at the history. That's why I'm gonna keep bringing certain things from nowhere into the circle because you gotta think about this. I'm not playing. These men were getting right down by baby oil, and your kids and your sons and a lot of older men and younger men were looking up to these motherfuckers, and that's why a lot of these kids out here twisted. I'm not playing because think about this. You're not gonna even have time to raise your kids as a man. A lot of men haven't been doing it because they've been getting locked up. And if they not getting locked up, what they doing? They are pulling out Glocks and deleting each other. That's what's been going on the whole time when Obama was in office. I know people want to pretend and want to forget, but no, we're gonna talk about it today. Since LeBron James and motherfucker Dwayne Wade want to flip our goddamn community because they did it and y'all let it happen. I can't change the facts, but this is the truth, right? The whole time Diddy was pushing Ciroc. It was a whole baby oil party. They always in the mansions getting wiped down in Miami. In Miami. Miami. Who was in Miami? Miami Heat. Miami Heat. LeBron James. Dwayne Wade. Chris Bosh. Y'all get it now? So the whole time they was getting wiped down in baby oil. That's why the goddamn youth out here talking about something they want to be fucking Savannah James. And people be wondering why I be just looking like, so why y'all think Trump said he a fucking foreigner? Like Elon Musk, that he act like he can't see. So y'all want to pretend when Obama, when he was saying that we need to check Obama fucking birthday, his identity, his birth certificate, his all that, and then some. That's why. Like, ain't Kyrie Irving from Australia? And the reason why I'm bringing Kyrie Irving up is because he was another, you know what, out here always promoting agendas. One minute he a Hebrew Israelite. He was a part of that whole thing. Steph Curry, I know people don't want to bring up Steph Curry. Steph Curry ass too. That's why his whole family got humiliated during the Olympics in Paris. Yeah, I don't want to talk about that, but I'll talk about it because I remember that shit. That was funny. Shout out to Phono Fame on that. That was funny as hell. I was like, damn, Serena got dogged the fuck out. Y'all, see, I'm just telling y'all people was following all these people great, they great. I'm like, y'all was, if you gonna look up to somebody, at least look up to some people that's actually doing some shit. Cause like I said, I was looking up to goddamn Rihanna. We all see what Rihanna doing. She ain't swept up in no Jay-Z shit. She ain't swept up in no Diddy shit. she a billionaire, lip gloss line, Fendi line, makeup line. Had to save ASAP Rocky ass. Floyd Mayweather bought his son. And by the way, I still can't get over the fact that NBA young boy. That's his fucking grandson. I was every time I think about that, I get mad because the NBA young boy was definitely a person that helped up our community. Because I'm telling y'all, the daddies were nowhere to be found, and then them NBA young boys, them that nigga right there. I'm telling y'all, back then when I seen my son and daughter's oldest sister, younger sons, that he was like NBA young boy, I'm a killer, I'm a do this, I'm a do that. I'm like, are we serious right now? So that's why I be telling people that rap is dangerous. I seen it back then, so that's why when I had my kids, cause I already had kids by then, by the way. So when I was looking at my son and daughter, I was like, y'all should never listen to rap. And that's why I was like, we finna listen to K-pop, we finna listen to Arabic music, Dean Squab, we finna listen to Harris J, god damn it, we finna listen to Michael Jackson, shout out to Michael Jackson, we finna listen to Michael Jackson. I tell people, you really, when you have kids, you really need to think about the music that they listen to, what you're teaching them. Because I'm gonna keep saying it again. This generation is gonna be screwed if y'all do not teach them something different. Because I'm gonna say again, this rap, Hollywood, all that stuff is over with. Just close the chapter. Teach your kids about credit. Teach your kids about stability. Teach your kids about growth. Teach your kids to want to have a family one day. Teach your kids life. Like, man, I'm telling y'all, the fact that I can get on the internet and just talk about whatever I want to, and if people want to listen to me, they can. If they don't have to. That should tell you right there, we really living in so much freedom. That's why I never take life for granted anyway, because I'm with the Most High. But stuff like this alone really be like, this is why our people messed up. Because I'm telling you, when I was growing up and I was just sitting back looking at my goddamn stupid ass stepdaddy, talk about the glorious days of being a crib member, being into the drug organization, going to prison, you know, beating up men and women with Glocks and everything. I was just like, no. And to see that it took this long for that system to close is crazy. Because, by the way, he in his 60s. So there you go. There was like a 60-year program of them enticing our people to go through a program where we was only promoting rappers, we was only promoting athletes, we was only promoting singers. We was not promoting anybody that were actually building. We wasn't promoting doing something. We was only glorifying people that was only, again, hurting the community. So that's what I always keep saying, that at the end of the day, I always talk about crap. I always go down a path of saying that, again, we need to build families. We need to really come back to community. And of course, I always know people never want to hear that, because again, we live in a society where destruction is the main course of content. And people ain't gonna never, even from a beautiful person, they ain't gonna want to hear that. They don't want to hear that our community in a disarray. And if we don't teach the next generation to be better than us, if we don't teach the next generation that they need to focus on their credit, that they need to focus on building their own wealth, that they need to be thinking about things outside of self, I'm telling y'all, the community that we thought we had is going to keep falling. Because I'm going to say it again, we had so many people that were influencing our community that wasn't influencing our community in the right way. And it's going to keep happening. But I want to say again, thank y'all for listening to me. And replay game, I'ma always tell y'all, I'll talk about whatever I want to, because my channel ain't monetized, and y'all ain't sending me no questions to let me know what y'all want me to talk about. So until y'all start doing that, I'ma forever just get on whatever I want to. And hopefully y'all understand that I'ma always say this: family, the Most High, should be the thing of life, because we got so much destruction going on right now in our community. And it like, we really do need to really focus on building our children up, because I said again, the next generation gonna be screwed if we do not teach them that we should overcome everything in life. No matter what negative thing come in your path, you should use that as more motivation to be better, because most people don't understand this. This LeBron James thing is way deeper in our children's subconscious brain. And the reason why it's so deep in their subconscious brain is because I'm gonna keep saying again. I told y'all when I was growing up, I was looking at my stepdad to talk about this stuff. It's finally, the chapter has finally be almost closed because we still got to see what's going on with Diddy. So with that being said, teach the next generation something different. Teach them to trade. Teach them to have respect for each other. Teach them to build. Stop telling them that they can't do nothing in life. Stop promoting this degenerate stuff. Like, we need to be teaching our children to move on, to do something different in this world. Because I'm telling you, this rap system, this Hollywood system, had the door is going to be closed when they take Diddy down. I don't know how they're gonna take him down, but when they close that chapter, our community now have to look at ourselves and see what we have built. How many of our community, where, like, let's think about this. Can any of our people in our community right now say that we did what Floyd Mayweather did for his grandson? How many of us can say that we have literally bought a whole community basically for our grandson? Not that many of us can say that. And that's sad. Like, no cap, I don't care what nobody say. It's sad that we can't even say, I can't even say that shit. I ain't gonna even lie, I can't even say that. But I hope my son and daughter can say that. So that's why I'm on this YouTube, so that I can lay a foundation down. I mean, I already got the foundation. I just need the money so that I can fund that foundation. Let me say that, because I got the foundation. I just need the funding. I work a 9 to 5. That's why you see this badge. I work at Amazon. So I work a 9 to 5 to pay my bills, but I'm on Amazon and I have 2 channels and trying to get them both monetized. Goddamn it. I'm juggling all that. It hadn't been a goddamn mom. Trying to juggle all that. But I'm going to make it happen because, like I said, at the end of the day, I want more out of life, and I want our people to want more out of life. That's why I'm really on YouTube too. I'm gonna say it again, is because I really want to show people that you can overcome anything in life. Because if y'all do not program y'all kids to be something in life, your kids is going to be saying what this kid said about LeBron James. And I'm not playing. And it ain't going to be cute. And you can't get mad at your kid. You can't turn around and be like Boosie and say that your kid might contaminate your other kids. You can't say that shit no more. That's what I say to people too. Don't be like motherfucking Boosie and say, oh, because my daughter believes in being with another female, now she gonna contaminate my other kids. You thought that shit was cute back then when you let her be around y'all while y'all was rapping. Y'all thought that it was cute, but no, that wasn't cute. You shouldn't have ever let her be around y'all while y'all was rapping. You letting her look at inappropriate stuff. Okay, I don't understand this. All right, he want to come out now and be like, my daughter's contagious. See, now back then I was agreeing with him, but now that I'm looking at it from a different perspective, because this is a different year and I'm seeing different things, you can't say shit about your daughter because you had your daughter in a position to even be looking at it and stuff, and now you want to say, I don't want my other kids to get contaminated. You shouldn't have goddamn contaminated her, and if you let her get contaminated, you should have stood on business and say, I let her get contaminated, but I love her. And she still ain't gonna contaminate these other kids. That's what he should have said. But even in that moment, he didn't even want to hold himself accountable. He tried to make it seem like his daughter just contaminated herself. No, no, she didn't. Bootsy. If we want to be real, you contaminated her. You let her be around rappers. You let her be around all that type of energy. She got to see you rapping, write me down, and then now when she want to lick on girls, oh, she contaminating the other kids. Ho, that's why I don't like him, because at the end of the day, y'all be exposing y'all kids to that shit, and then when they get flipped out, y'all want to get mad. That's why I'm an advocate in these goddamn kids. Stop exposing these kids to y'all lifestyles. If y'all want to live these lifestyles, live them. That's why Diddy kids messed up right now, because he wanted to live a fucking lifestyle that was contaminating his goddamn kids. That's why all these goddamn celebrities, y'all hoes too, because y'all could at least reached out to his kids. As much as people want to get mad at Kanye, at least he was the only one reached out to his goddamn kids, because it ain't his their goddamn fault, because they goddamn daddy contaminated them, saying, Boosie, oh, my daughter's contaminated. Well, Diddy kids got contaminated, and none of y'all motherfucking rappers wanted to come out and talk to these kids and make sure they was good, because they ain't even got no goddamn parents. That's why I be telling people, stop looking up to these Hollywood people, because think about that. Who taking care of their goddamn kids? I need to make a live stream about that. Who taking care of their kids, by the way? Somebody shit up. Diddy. Since everybody want to get online, drag the nigga, which she still. Why nobody ain't talking about the fact that who the fuck watching Diddy kids? Who watching that 2 year old, 3 year old, who however the old that baby is, and them twin girls? I think they adults now. But again, who watching? That's what I be saying. People better understand that them entities live on a different lifestyle than y'all, and y'all don't need to be looking up to them. You don't need to be worshiping them. And it's up that we live in a time where these is the entities that now we gotta look at and be like, yeah. So one day, like a year two from now, when y'all be talking to white people, y'all be talking about rappers. Now y'all get to flaunt that shit. Now y'all get to be like, yeah, Kendrick Lamar, yeah, he had a song called "They Not Like Us," and he was talking about a whole motherfucking uh actor by the name Drake. Oh yeah, he loved underage people, but the whole time all the rappers was doing this shit. So when is Kendrick Lamar, by the way, gonna come out and talk about that too? Cause I'm talking about all of them. I'm talking about all of them. So we gonna come out and talk about that. So you gonna pretend like Diddy ain't in prison right now for the same stuff you trying to say that Drake did? That's what I be saying. Sometimes I just be laughing at all of this because it's just so funny and it's a mockery, because the whole time y'all did not understand that none of these people that y'all be looking at as so-called men, they never were men. That's why back then when I was growing up, I even understood that. That's why I never personally, I ain't gonna cap. That's why I never really looked at men on like any of these men like in that type of way, because I always knew back then that they was gay. I ain't gonna cap. Like, and when I say gay, I ain't even meaning that community, because to be honest with you, they out in the open and they know what time it is. So what I'm gonna say, down low men. Yeah, I'm gonna be real. I ain't gonna even call them gay men, because I respect gay men, because I know what time it is when it comes to them. So let me not even disrespect that community, because I respect that community. Down low men. The whole time, all the men being down low. Like, why y'all think these goddamn kids out here wearing purses and shit? Boys, I'm not playing. I be looking at the youth. I'm 31 years old. I get to see the younger people. I work at Amazon. So I be looking at them and I be like, damn. And then of course I see the ones that's actually in relationships in this building. So I still get to see that side. So I be happy. So that's what I'm saying. Like, if you my age and you still can have some kids, god damn it, women, we need to be out here, creating life with a man. I'm not playing. I'm talking about a man that's standing on business. That's why I tell my boyfriend, like, when I put myself in the right position and y'all ass don't see me on YouTube no more, just know I might be laid up pregnant. If you don't see me on YouTube no more, just know I might be laid up pregnant. I'm not playing, because I know people are like, oh, we shouldn't have no kids. Fuck all that. I'm like only 31 years old. I'm trying to have at least two more before my TikTok be over with. Because men can have kids to the day they die. That's why I'm going to forever promote men to have kids to the day they die. I'm just saying, we always be like, it's my body. I have rights. Okay, well, men, y'all have rights to have babies to the day y'all die. God damn it. And I know y'all like, they not having a baby. We is. No, 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 no. We just carry the baby, nigga. They got the seed. So that means they got the baby. We just carry the baby for them. Okay? So with that being said, I'm so serious. Like, people, we really need to be having children. If we in our early 30s, women, and you got a man you love and respect, he's standing on business for the household. I'm not talking about buying you Gucci, Prada, taking you out on weak ass dates and shit. That's whole shit. That's dumb shit. That's weird shit. We grown. We don't have time for that. I don't know why we even follow those weak ass trends for. That's why I could never promote my lifestyle, because it would be stupid. Because it's like, one, I don't go to no fancy ass restaurants because I don't care about stuff like that. Because I pay for my boyfriend dinner, he paid for my dinner. So I'm not promote. Maybe I should promote that. I don't know, because the stuff that women be into is weird in my book. Like, that's weird stuff. We need to be thinking about having family, having beautiful children. Like, we live in a time where we can have beautiful children, have a beautiful man, and on top of that, have another beautiful woman in the household. So after we had a goddamn baby, when we go through postpartum depression, we can have somebody that we can rely on. So that's why I always tell women too. Like, I know women might not like when I say that we should love for our man to have another woman in our life, in his life too, because I'm telling y'all, like, we're gonna have the baby. So when we be going through our postpartum depression, he is not finna understand us. He gonna be all like, yeah, he ain't gonna understand. So that's why we need a woman who is like us to help us understand that we're going through this whole dramatic stage in our life because we just had a baby. So we can cry on her and be like, I feel so ugly and I just ugly right now. And then she could be like, girl, you're not ugly, you're really beautiful. Like, that's what I don't understand it. Like, I can't wait till I get a girlfriend for my boyfriend because I can't wait to experience that, like, for real. Because I already experienced it, by the way. But the only difference is was like me and the other girlfriend, we just bumped heads a lot of times. I'm gonna keep it real. We definitely bumped heads a lot, but we still respect each other because we share, the same man that have kids, with us. So we're gonna always respect each other at the end of the day. So I already experienced it, but I'm trying to experience it again with my goddamn boyfriend because I want to have babies with him anyway. So we gotta go on that path together because I feel like convicted to do it again. Like even though it didn't go great with my son and daughter, father and the other woman, it's fine. I don't care. That's how I tell people all the time. I know what I'm talking about because I really lived in polygamy lifestyle. Like unlike all these women, in 2020, that's when I decided to live a different lifestyle, which is not be with them and still believe in what I do, which is that part. But at the end of the day, I really do want to achieve that. So that's why I'm on YouTube. I'm trying to get my channels, 2 channels by the way, monetized so I can roll in that money and then I can finance my lip gloss line. And then eventually, y'all ass won't see me. I'm trying to give myself 2 years. Y'all ass won't see me because man, I'm about to find my boyfriend. Us a girlfriend. I'm not playing because I tell him that all the time. And he be like, when you gonna find this one? I'm like, shit, my ass be off of YouTube and I got my money right and I got my lip gloss line popping so I can be laid up in the household. That part, like that's every girl fantasy. That's why I don't know. These women in today's times, I think they are weirdos when they be talking about how they need a man to do X, Y, and Z for them. Like, no, I don't need none of that. All I need for my man to do for me is protect me, love me, okay, that part, and have to be the most logical being on earth because you a man, so you're supposed to be logical, okay? Fuck all my emotion because I'm gonna be an emotional creature for life. That's just who we are, right? And on top of that, it's like, why would we not want to live in a time where it's another woman in the household? One, you can't never call him a cheater no more because the damn woman right there. Then you ain't even got to worry about him creeping on you. You don't have to worry about him catching diseases. You don't have to worry about checking his phone because she right there. So that's how I be saying. That's how you know. I don't know what's wrong with our people, but stop believing in monogamy stuff. Stop believing that a man supposed to be with one woman. That's not real. That's why more than likely women get divorces because of money. Because again, women are weirdos and they always thinking about money. So money be number one and cheating, which is again weirdo talk because men don't cheat, they lie. They lie to you because they want your vagina, so they don't tell you the truth. Be like, oh yeah, I just slept with, I slept with Stephanie. Yep, I did it. They're not gonna do that because then they ain't gonna get no vagina. That's what they say. But I always tell them that's you don't need to do that. Just go and tell her the truth because she gonna either be for it or she not gonna be for it. But it's like just be honest about the whole situation because if you be honest, you gonna either get it or you're not. Because they always say it's our body, our choice. So there you go. But at the end of the day, most people not gonna understand it because a lot of people were being influenced by baby oil. They was being influenced by Diddy. They was being influenced by LeBron James of the world, all that dumb shit. See, I wasn't getting influenced by that shit. I ain't gonna lie. I was looking at TLC. I was looking at Sister Wives, god damn it. Yeah, I was watching Love and Hip Hop, Kardashians. Yeah, I watched all that bullshit too. I ain't gonna cap. I watched all that degenerate shit. I watched all that shit too. But at the end of the day, I was always into my Sister Wives. I was always watching the Amish community because they believe in that too. So I was always big in that because, like I just told y'all, when you actually live that lifestyle, you know what you're talking about. So that's why I always respect Ringo TV, and that's why I'm definitely a member of his channel. That's why I thank him so much because he actually put me in a whole sector. Like I got content for years, like no cap, when it comes to Ringo TV, because for real, because when I see that he believed in polygamy, I was like, damn, and it was crazy because it happened on his birthday. Like I was listening to his channel. It was actually on his birthday, and I became a whole member on that day because I'm like, damn, this is a dude that's actually believing polygamy. That's not capping. That's not lying. I'm like, this is awesome. Like no cap. Like y'all don't understand. That's why I always respect Ringo TV because most like men in today's time, like I'm not playing, they don't stand on business when it comes to that. He the only man that I know that's on his YouTube channel that's been doing it way longer than me. But even though I'm only 31 years old, and I think he like what 47, something like that, 47, 48. So he older than me. So he been doing it way before I was even thought of, right? But with that being said, I would say you need to look at people who believe in things that you believe in, because that's one going to inspire you to live the life that you live, that you already been living, right? But also promote it so that more people can understand the lifestyle. And most women don't get to see that from a woman because, again, you don't even see men do it, right? So that's why I'm like so happy that I can live in a time where I can talk about it, because it's like, again, I've been living it my whole life. I never believed in the whole getting married and getting a ring and all that. I was like, I don't want to date. That's some Disney Channel shit. I've interpret that to some Disney Channel fairy tale stuff. I ain't trying to do all that. I'm just trying to live my best life with you. Then again, two women in the household. God damn it! If I was working back in the day, shoot, I'm talking about money, money. But see, I wanted to have a family, so I kind of put that over the money, money, and all that. See, other women, see, they was thinking about money, money. Me, I was thinking about family, family, family. That's what I was thinking about. No cap. So that's why now that I'm 31, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get to the bag so that I can really put myself in a position that I want to be in life, which is again, not be on YouTube no more, not be working a 9 to 5 no more, because before 2020, I never was working like that. Outside of I worked at IHOP for like 3 months, best time of my life. I had so much fun. But outside of that, I never worked. So, over these 5 years, it's kind of crazy because I'm like, damn, 5 years I've been like working a 9 to 5, two major jobs, Gap and now Amazon. So it's like that part. And I ain't trying to do this for the rest of my life. So when people be like, are you trying to move up in your job? No. Do it look like I'm trying to move up in my job? No. I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to be stretched out in my own household. Okay, that part. I'm trying to give me a mini mansion one day where I live at, because where I live at is beautiful. So that part. I'm trying to kick my goddamn feet up, be with my man and the new girlfriend, whoever the hell she is, because I don't know what she gonna be and who she gonna be. I'm trying to do that shit. I'm trying to live that life. Like, goddamn, I'm trying to live that life. I'm trying to do that before I die. Okay, I'm trying to push out a couple of more kids. I'm trying to experience it again. Like, I'm gonna have two fathers of my children now, but I'm trying to make that happen. I ain't lying. Like, I really am. Like, I ain't trying to be like most of these women out here, just having kids just to have them. No, no, no. When you have a kid with somebody, you gotta make sure that you know that one, you gonna spend the rest of your life with that person. Even though it didn't work out with my son and daughter father, that's fine with me, because I'm spending the rest of my life with my boyfriend. Out him, when that, no, it's after that. It's no after that for me. I'm being real. Ain't no after that. I don't know how these women doing in today's time. I definitely ain't finna try to go back out there in that market. I'm good. So I don't know. These women and men out here crazy. I'm good. That's why I always tell the next generation what I'm telling y'all. When I talk to the people at my job, because I talk to everybody at my job, so they already know what time it is. So I always tell the next generation the same thing I'm telling y'all. Believe in polygamy. I'm telling y'all, I tell them the same thing. I don't be caring nothing about their people feelings and all that. I don't give a fuck about all that. You know why? Because if we could been brainwashed for I don't know how long to believe in a whole wedding thing and getting a ring, then why I can't believe in what I've been believing in forever, which is that a man supposed to be with more than one woman, so that we can live our best life. Like, think about that, when we could really be living our best life. You're young, y'all. It's three of y'all working. Y'all haven't even had kids yet, because you don't even really need to be focused on having kids at that age when you're young. Really, you need to just be focused on getting y'all money. Building whatever you're trying to build. Like, that's something I keep saying. We living in a time where we need to be teaching the next generation to have some shit. I hope my son and daughter can be like, they can buy their grandkids a whole motherfucking building like Floyd Mayweather did for his grandson. I want my son and daughter to be able to say that shit one day. I'm not playing. Like, that's why I always tell my son and daughter. I always tell them that I want them to be greater than me. Like, no cap. I tell my son and daughter that all the time, which is why they love me so much. But it's so true. Like, you can always try to put your kid down and, oh, you not this and you not that. I'd be like, man, not me. Which is why on my celebrity channel, even though my boyfriend got mad at me, I don't care. I love him, by the way. I love you, babe. But he got mad at me because I told him about Kanye West, what he said about the Carter's twins. And I told him at the end of the day, I'm like, no, I do not respect the way Kanye West did it, because Kanye West gets on my fucking nerves. But I'm a millennium, and I ain't gonna lie, I love Kanye West, and I ain't gonna never hate on him when it comes to what I know. But I don't respect when he do come out and be disrespectful. But I ain't gonna lie, y'all, he's not wrong. I hate to be the person to be the bearer of bad news, but Kanye West was not wrong when he said that something is wrong with the twins. And like I said, I'm not gonna do it the way he did it because that's disrespectful. I'm not gonna sit here and call somebody kid that word. That's disrespectful at the end of the day. He could have easily said it some other way, but Kanye ain't gonna do that shit. He's just not gonna do that because he an egotistic person. So he's never gonna do that. He gonna come out and be really disrespectful when he say whatever he's gonna say. That's just Kanye West. I'm just being real. Like I grew up watching him all my life, no cap. At 31 years old, that's why I just be like, he gets on my fucking nerves. Why he got to come out and say it like that? Why he just couldn't say something wrong with him? Why he had to be like, oh yeah, they this word? Like I'm like, damn. At first, I wasn't gonna even take it serious because when he said that, I'm like, why he say that? That's not hella disrespectful. And by the way, it still is. But when he said artificial insemination, that was over with for me. I was like, and then I knew back then she had a C-section allegedly. So I was like, but I'm not gonna lie, y'all. He's not wrong. I'ma say allegedly Sir Carter is artistic. And I'm saying that because I'm a person that got a daughter that's in IEP. So I would never come out here and disrespect somebody's kid. I'm not doing it for that reason. Because again, my daughter is in IEP. Like no cap. And I love my daughter to death. So with that being said, why the fuck did they not just come out and say their kid is artistic? Like people are like, I think that's weird for Jay-Z and Beyonce to literally hide the fact that their kids is artistic, but they'll promote the fuck out of Blue Ivory and make her look like a grown ass individual. To me, that's fucking weird activity. So that's why I'm a celebrity channel. I'm gonna talk about it because to me, like I just said, that's fucked up. I don't care what nobody say. From a parent who has a daughter that's in IEP, I'm entitled to talk about the fact that how the fuck that Jay Z and Beyonce didn't want to say the fact that their kid is artistic. And the fact that fucking Kanye dumbass had to come out and tell us is fucking stupid. And by the way, allegedly, Sir Carter, I'm not playing. It's artistic. I'm not playing. I did my research. Because unlike most people, I'm never going to come out here and slander people, kids. I don't care if they celebrities. I don't care if they real people. I don't care if they're imaginary people. I don't care about none of this shit. Because I have people even in my family that is artistic. So with that being said, I love artistic people. I love all children. I don't care what race they are, what they if they didn't been flipped, if they haven't been flipped, I don't care. As long as they not with the devil, because I'm gonna keep it real, because kids can be with the devil. As long as the kid not with the devil, it is what it is. But I'm bringing that up because again, I don't think that's right. That's why I'm gonna say I hope Jay-Z go down, and I hope Beyonce ass go down with him. But I know it ain't gonna happen because I don't care what nobody say. The fact that they hid that, but y'all want to promote Blue Ivy every 2 seconds. See, that's what I be talking about when it comes to them Hollywood kids. And I ain't sitting here and saying Kanye and Kim ain't no better because they ain't no goddamn better. Y'all already see Blue, y'all already see Northwest. So with that being said, this ninja came out and said that his kid need to have a goddamn song with Diddy. So there you go. So when I talk about Kanye, don't think I'm just trying to make it seem like he's some good person. That nigga told y'all in the tweet. Like, that's how I be like, why can I get? I don't need to get mad. He literally told y'all in the tweet he not a good person. So that's how I be like, with that being said, if he not a good person, that mean none of y'all good people then. Cause if y'all always hanging around each other, at one point in time, I remember Watch the Throne. And I ain't gonna lie, the ninjas in Paris, that was it. I think it was that one. It was another one. It's been a while. I ain't listened to this in a minute, but that's all I be telling people. It's all of them. Kanye, at the end of the day, you hung out with Jay-Z too. So even if you want to come out here and tell the truth about his kids, because I don't care what nobody say, it's the truth, because I did my research. It's the truth, what he said about his kids, not the words that he used, but he should have just said that they artistic. Because I'm not going to say the other word. I say artistic because I like to say that because I like to make it beautiful because, again, I don't care what nobody say. Children, nobody whether they big, young, old, that is in that reality, I'ma always love them. So that's what I'm saying. I think it's messed up that they didn't be honest about the fact that Sir Carter is in maybe Evie Remy, but I'm gonna say Sir Carter because I did my real research and I seen that it was more so against Sir Carter than Remy Carter. So I'm gonna just be real. Didn't Beyonce come out and said, we don't really get to see um Remy and Sir Carter? Okay then. That's why I tell people all the time. All you gotta do is really just do your research. Cause at the end of the day, like again, I'm not saying this to disrespect the kids. I'm really saying this because people need to stop not being honest about if their kids live in that reality. Because think about this: if Beyonce and Jay-Z, because people worship these fucking people, so if they would have came out and talked about their kid basically being like that, that might have helped so many people who actually have kids that live in that reality, right? But only thing they worried about is putting Blue Ivory in makeup and dresses and weaves and shit. That's all they care about. Yeah. So, I might end up doing a live stream talking about that because again, I think that do need to be addressed because I know nobody ain't address it. I know nobody ain't gonna come out and be talking about that situation because people I personally think don't care, which I don't care if they do care. I care because like I said, my daughter is an IMP herself. So I do care about stuff like that. And it's like I said, it's really messed up. That's why I'm gonna keep saying that's why I don't like Jay-Z and I don't like Beyonce. I don't really like none of them to be real. I don't like really none of the people we see on TV, Kanye West, Trump, none of them to be in a real reality. I really don't respect none of them. I just know that I grew up looking at these individuals and I'm in a time where I could talk about them for the good things that they did and the bad things that they did. That's how I look at it, if you want to be real, because I'm going to say it again. We live in a time where a lot of people again was growing up respecting, loving these individuals, and a lot of these individuals is going to goddamn you know what, and a lot of y'all going right along with them. And I'm gonna say it again. It's not because you was per se following them. It's because you never put the Most High first. Because at the end of the day, we on this earth to follow people. I hate to be the one to say it because we gonna follow people. It's just that's the reality that we live in. But if you don't have the Most High first, why you out here following people? You might get played. And that's why a lot of people kids been flipped and played. And a lot of people been flipped and played. And that's why this whole chapter been closed. And it's fucked up that it took almost 60 years for the chapter to be fucking closed. And it still ain't closed. Because we don't know what's gonna happen to Diddy. I'm gonna keep saying this, y'all rappers. We don't know what's gonna happen to Diddy. Because let's be real, when it comes to y'all rappers, we all know the truth. Y'all let him wipe y'all down the baby oil. It's over with. Manny Fresh and Birdman, I ain't gonna lie, y'all should have you should have, Birdman, you should have never came out with Drewski and let him say he could have been records. You should have never did that. Cause when you did that, that's where you messed up at. That's why Drewski going down. But people still ain't thinking about the fact that Birdman let him be could have been records. Nobody ain't gonna talk about that. But that's why I did a live stream talking about his ass too. Even though I don't think I addressed all of that. But again, when I do my live streams, I talk about a plethora of things because I'm gonna say it again. Everything I'm really trying to address is to show y'all how all these entities kept y'all away from doing what I just said. Believing in polygamy, building a goddamn family. They kept a lot of y'all from doing it. I'm just being real. I didn't do that dumbass shit because I grew up with a stepdaddy that believed in rappers, that believed in Crips, that believed in fucking destruction. I grew up looking at him say that shit. Thank goodness. Oh, thank goodness. When he got to my goddamn mama, he was old as shit by the time he got to us. So I ain't had to fucking see the shit, but I got to hear the shit. So that's why I tell people when all these girls be talking about something, ooh, I love me a prison nigga. Okay. Okay. You want a nigga that got wiped down the baby oil? Okay. I like me a thug nigga. So you want a man that walks around with guns all day with other men. Okay. You want a man to pay your bills and take you shopping and take you to eat. I just the things that people be worried about to me sometimes. That's why I be feeling like I'm Neo in the Matrix sometimes. I tell people that like no cap. I be feeling like Neo in the Matrix because I'm a millennium. So when I was growing up, the shit that I'm looking at now at 31 years old, I just be like, what the fuck is this? So we out here really worried about the stuff that we be worried about. We ain't worried about building families. We're not worried about having our own shit. We're not worried about, oh, I got my own distribution center. I got my own school that I built. Dr. Umar been running that scam for hundreds of years on y'all asses, which is crazy. Still ain't built the school. I wanted to build a school when I was a kid. This nigga came out here and robbed the community and still ain't built the school. Cause I ain't gonna lie, if I ever get a chance to build a school, man, the type of school I'm gonna build is gonna be totally different than a normal school. Because a lot of it gonna have to do with like how the Asian people raise their kids. When the kids go to school, it would be set up so different. The kids would not sit down and read books and all that. Hell no. How it would be set up would be that the kids would go to school with teachers that would have to teach them life things. So the teachers would have to teach them how to like, I know this might sound crazy because they kids. So when they in like elementary school, they will go to an elementary school that's designed to teach them how to cook, clean, mow lawns, teach them right from wrong, teach them etiquette. That's how I would have the school set up. I know you're like, damn, what you mean? Like, I'm serious. They would not go to school to learn reading, math, all that. They would not go to school for that. I'm not playing. The school would not be designed for that. They would never go there to learn ABC 1, 2, 3. No, your parent need to be teaching you that shit. Your mama, daddy, somebody in the motherfucking household need to be teaching you ABC. Easy as 1, 2, 3. They need to be teaching you all that. When you go to elementary school, you don't need to be no, 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 no. Cause when they kids is not finna sit their ass down and read and write. They're not doing all that. I'm just being real because I was a stay at home parent. I'm just being real. My son and daughter, I did not sit them down and be like, oh, let's read and write every day, all day. Now they do that with them. I was teaching them life things, like what I basically was just saying. I taught them how to clean, yes ma'am, no ma'am. I was all that. I was doing all that, by the way. Letting them watch their little cartoon shows, talking about the little cartoon shows. So it was stuff like that, right? Because even though I still again taught them how to read and write, I did that because I'm a parent. I'm supposed to already do that, right? So of course my son and daughter knew to read, right? They could do all that, right? So by the time they did get to elementary school, they could do all that. They get to, which is a great thing, by the way. So that's why I'm gonna keep saying. That's why mamas need to be at home because we supposed to be teaching them that. That's our job. That's why I don't understand when people like it's the teacher's job. No, it's not. That's the mama job to be teaching it. That's caring, compassionate. That's our job, right? That's what we supposed to be teaching them. When they go to school, the school, elementary school, supposed to really be set up to where the teachers again are teaching them like that. Okay, you have a teacher, right? We'll say female teacher. She has about 10 to 15 students, right? And the little kids in that class, everything in the class will be structured like little things where they'll have to go and play and do certain things. Like one area will be all blocks. They learn how to ball, do blocks. One area clay, Play-Doh, whatever, building, arts and craft, right? And then you have a other side of the room, right? They have a little cooking area, right? They have little cooking area where they go cook, pretend like they're cooking. Then the other opposite area, right, could be where they sitting down where they do might want to read and write. Because some kids might already know how to read and write. Bam, they had that little area. That's how the damn school supposed to be set up. Then when they go to eat, right? I think it's so cute, and that's why I love the Asian culture. They have it where they cook them real food. That's why I love the Asian culture. So when the kids go to eat their food, they're really getting to see them cook the food, not no processed shit. They're cooking the real food. I love it. So that's why I say if I ever get to build a school, that's why I don't like Dr. Umar. Because I really do want to build a school one day because I wanted to do it when I was a kid. And now that I'm grown and I get to see how the Asian people, how they have their system set up. So that's why I say if I ever get an opportunity to build an elementary school, I know how I'm gonna have it designed. Like all the teachers gonna have different rooms, like I said, and it's gonna be structured so that the kids can be learning respect, morals, and all that. And on top of that, I'm gonna make sure that unless the parents is okay with it, that the Quran and the Bible be inside of the school also. So if I get to ever do that, if I ever get to build it, because I want to do an elementary school, I don't want to do like high schools. I don't care about all that. I care about babies. I ain't gonna lie, I love babies. That's why my daughter love babies too. Oh my god, she's so crazy about babies. It's crazy. But if I could build elementary schools, fucking Dr. Umar. If I could build elementary school, I'm telling y'all, it would be amazing. No cap, because I'm telling y'all, a lot of things that I would get would be from the Asian culture. Because I try to tell people all the time, you should learn other cultures. Like I'm glad I grew up Muslim, even though I'm not Muslim, but I grew up with the Quran and the Bible, and that was the best thing. I'm telling you, like that kept me structured. That kept me really understanding that it's a higher power. Because I tell people that all the time, like growing up under that, I'm telling you, having the Bible and the Quran taught me that as long as I put the Most High over everything, I'll be good in this life. And that's how I can tell people honestly, like, put the Most High first. That's when I look at my son and daughter, and my son and daughter just pop up and be like, I'm just here to check on you and see how you are. I just be like, oh, I'm okay. Or when I tell my dad I gotta go to work, she's like, oh man, you gotta go to work. Are you coming back home? Yes. So it's like, man, that's how I tell people. Like, I'm so glad that I believe in polygamy. That my son and daughter, even though again everything wasn't great, because I'm just keep it real, it wasn't great, but it was great enough that my son and daughter still got beautiful siblings and another, like basically another mom, because at the end of the day, like, she is like another mom to them, and because at the end of the day my son and daughter love her. So that's why I tell people all the time, even though everything didn't work out, I'm living proof, because I'm not playing, y'all. I lived in a whole polygamous relationship. Like, my son and daughter got a whole nother, like, mom, basically. Like, they love her too, because at the end of the day, I'm the type of person, like, my son and daughter, they love their dad. Even though I have a whole nother man in my life that they love and respect, but he would never be their dad. He would just be a man that they love and respect at the end of the day, right? And I don't look at him like no damn stepfather, because they made that shit bad. So I say that he's a father figure. That's what I say. He's not their fucking stepdaddy. I don't know what it. That's why I try to, like, all these words that y'all use in today's time, I try to use something different. So yeah, he's just a man that they love and respect too. And but I'm glad that my son and daughter grew up in that environment, because my son and daughter, they gonna live whatever lifestyle that they want to live. But at the end of the day, I'm trying my hardest to influence them to be better than me, and whatever they do, whether they believe in polygamy or whether they believe in just being with one individual, right? That they have a beautiful family and they keep that family, and like I keep saying, be better than me. Like, I don't know what's wrong with our community when it comes to the fact that a lot of us have been traumatized, abused, mistreated, all that great stuff. Because I'm living proof of that. I'm gonna tell people in a heartbeat, I'm living proof of being hurt, devastated. Oh my gosh, I'm telling y'all, I went through it all. But I promise you, it didn't stop me from achieving my goals of being a mother. It didn't stop my goals of finding the man that I now love and respect. It didn't stop me from doing none of that. Because if it did, I wouldn't be 31 years old with two beautiful children and a man that I love and respect. So I'm gonna say it again, women. At the end of the day, stop letting a lot of these women get on YouTube and convince y'all to believe that a man supposed to be with one woman. It's a lie. I know it hurt y'all feelings, but it's a lie. If y'all would just allow y'all man to be the man that he is, you will be in such a beautiful position. I'm telling you. Even though, again, I'm saying it again, even though it did not work out for my situation, but I promise you, look at me. Okay, then there you go. So at the end of the day, I won. I didn't sleep with 100 different niggas and shit. Okay. So with that being said, I only slept with 4 men. Cause I like to be honest, since women love to promote how many men they had sex with. So I was just gonna be real and say I only been with 4 men in my whole life. So with that being said, this fourth one is the last one. With that being said, cause I ain't got time for none of that. And then how the world is today. Oh hell no! I don't know how y'all. Y'all women need to find a man that y'all can love and respect. I'm not playing. Find a man you love and respect and create a legacy, create a family, build some shit. Shit, be like fucking Rihanna. Say your nigga, like say your nigga and have his babies. Shit, because at the end of the day, they children, shit, they blessed in a sense. Because I'm gonna say it again, everybody else been wrapped up, but Rihanna out here balling. She's standing on business. She ain't fucked up right now. Everybody that been with Jay-Z fucked up right now. Who else can we talk about that's been underneath Jay-Z that's winning? Nobody. So with that being said, Rihanna is winning. And you know why she winning? Because I'm gonna say it again. Cause she understood that I might have got effed over 100 times over, but I'm gonna use that pain to as motivation to build myself. And that's what be look, at the end of the day, people say whatever they want to, but I grew up, I'm gonna say it again. Rihanna, my chick. She my chick. So with that being said, I grew up listening her music, okay, and seeing how she slept with everybody in the goddamn industry. So with that being said, I'm proud of Rihanna. I'm gonna give her a goddamn thumbs up. At least she came out winning like Floyd. Cause I don't know, I don't know that many celebrities. I ain't gonna cap. I don't know that many celebrities that's coming out winning in 2025. I don't care what nobody say. I'm gonna say Floyd winning because one, he ain't got no baby mama trauma. He ain't got my back. He ain't got no baby mama drama, period. Cause he let all the women know that you gonna sleep with me and that's it. Like, so Floyd winning in the department. Can 50 Cent say that? Hell no. He got baby mama drama. Can Rick Ross say that? No, he got baby mama drama. So with that being said, that's what I'm telling y'all. In my book right now, cause Kanye can't even say that shit. Floyd Mayweather bossed up. He flexing, okay? That part. And I'm so happy. I'm proud of him because at the end of the day, I always loved Floyd Mayweather because I loved boxing when I was growing up. So with that being said, I'm proud of Floyd. He made it out in 2025 since we promoting people of positivity, even though he did some fucked up shit too. But he came out winning. He got his grandson a whole goddamn building. I think his grandson gonna be like Trump and Paris Hilton. I'm not playing, y'all. He bought his grandson his own. I'm not playing. He bought his own grandson his own building. Y'all don't understand. That's powerful. I'm gonna definitely have to make a channel about that. Like I've been off because, like I said, I've been promoting my other channel, giving them some content. But I'm proud of Floyd for that, like no cap. And I'm proud of Rihanna also because she came out winning. The industry tried to motherfucker. I'm telling y'all, the industry tried to man. And she had to go up against Beyonce, who had media. Cause that's what y'all didn't understand. Beyonce just had the media, cause Beyonce ain't all that. Okay, she ain't all that. Look at Jay-Z. Okay then. So with that being said, Rihanna came on out top. She got her man out of. He was gonna go to you know what. He was gonna get right down to baby oil. If ASAP Rocky, if he wasn't with Rihanna, we all know he would have handcuffs. Okay, let's be real. So in my book, them the only two people I can think about this winning from my generation that I looked up to. I'm just being real to y'all. And I'm like I said, I love Kanye and whatever, whatever, but he failure in my book too. Like we gotta be real when it comes to family. When I think about family, he a loser. He got a Kardashian. But I'm gonna be real. It was smart though because he ain't gonna never have to worry about when it comes to his kids not being successful. Like that's the one thing we can say because as much as people wanna not like the Kardashians, because I don't like them either, them kids gonna be successful because look at their mama. What did the mama do? Okay then. What did Kim mama do with her? Okay then. Did she have a S tape? Did the mama help her with an X tape? That's why I be telling y'all when you really, really think about these people, they love messing their kids up. They love exposing their kids to sex. That's why I say it's way deeper than rap. Cause Diddy mama was into them, them, you know what? Okay, she was with them parties. Okay. Think about Diddy, his mama, parties. He was growing up looking at that. Kim K mama put Ray J in the S tape with her. That's why I be telling people protect your kids because I'm telling y'all they really want to mess up the kids. When you get grown, they don't care about you no more. Cause they know we grown, we can't do nothing. We ain't got no influence like that. I'm just being real. But when you a kid, you have the biggest influence over their brain, and that's the time to program them. So that's why I tell you, you either let them program your kid or you program your kid. Which one you want to do? Cause I ain't gonna lie. I understood that. That's why I programmed my kids. That's why when I look at my kids, I be so happy because I be like, damn, I did a great job with them because a lot of kids around their age and just being real. Cause my kids tell me all the time, they be like, especially my son, he be like, these kids up here, they wildin', they be being disrespectful, all this and all that. And even when I talk to my niece, she even, cause she's 16, she was even telling me, she was just telling me, she was like, yeah, these kids up here, they crazy. She said they was out here arguing over Black History Month. I said, do I need to give you the tea about Black History Month? I said, you know that ain't real, right? Cause that's how I talk to them. His shit. I don't care. I keep it real. I was like, that shit ain't real, right? Black History Month is not a real thing. It's called Native American Month. We is not a crayon. My kids know they not crayons, so I tell people that all the time too. Like, don't call me no fucking black African American. Don't call me all that silly shit. Yeah, I'ma still say it because y'all still brainwashed to believe that. But I'm not gonna be believing all that. You know why? Because again, the rappers for the last 60 years, I'm not playing for almost 60 years, rappers came to the community, fucked it up, flipped everybody out to be confused, and everybody forgot their own history. But I ain't gonna never forget my history because I grew up in Tennessee, and as much as people love to talk about Tennessee in negative light, where they did not play. I ain't gonna cap, they did not play. Elementary school. That's why to this day I want to have an elementary school because of the elementary school. I grew up knowing that I was Native American because we had books in our school where they showed us about Native Americans. They showed us about the Aboriginal people of Australia. Like, I ain't gonna cap. When I was growing up in elementary school, that's why I be looking at people like confused in today's time because it's like when I was a kid growing up, I already knew that I was not a slave. I already knew that, first of all, I'm Native American because Native American people been here since the beginning of time. We is the beginning of time. We is the reason why we going through what the fuck we going through. If people didn't know that, we never was a crayon. We never were black. Nobody was white. There was not no such thing as that. Like, it's just sometimes it's really just simple, but because people been programmed so, I don't know, people been programmed so crazy. It's just like they don't even think about simple things. I'd be like, it's so simple if you really think about it, because at the end of the day, white and black is not real. Like, if you really think about this, when you look at the outside world, they don't even think like us. Like, we the only people in America that be talking about fucking black and white. And that's like sometimes I'm like, we weirdos in America. Like, everybody around the world believe in polygamy, low key, especially the fucking Asian culture, even though they don't come out and be like, we believe in polygamy. But y'all have concubines, y'all had wives, nigga, y'all believe in polygamy in plain sight. Like, the rest of the world believe in polygamy, but America believe in this whole a man supposed to be with one woman thing. Like, I just, that's what I be saying sometimes. I'm glad. I'm glad I grew up with the Quran and the Bible. Because I'm gonna keep telling y'all, like, y'all really need to pick up the Quran and the Bible and read it like a book. Don't look at it like a religion. Look at it like a book. It's a pathway to understand the Most High. That's why I'm living my best life. Like, no cap. I'm living my best life because I believed in the Most High all my life. I went through so much destruction. I had to see so much fucked up shit growing up as a kid. Like, I'm not playing with y'all. I seen so much fucked up shit. But I always put the Most High first because, one, I grew up Muslim. So the Quran always taught us to keep the Most High first, and that the devil always going to try to play on your mind. Like, I'm not playing. Like, that's what the Quran taught me growing up as a kid, because I think people don't understand this, but the devil been here the whole time. Like, y'all, when the way y'all get Illuminati recognition is weird to me, because I'll be like, don't y'all understand that the Bible told us in plain sight that the devil been with us the whole time? The only difference is we just never seen him because we only worship the Most High. But the moment we ate the forbidden fruit, we was able to see them, which is why they always up in our fucking faces in today's time, always trying to brainwash us to not be with the Most High. And why I say is that they always trying to brainwash us not to be with the Most High is because they always teaching us not to have families, build our own, have a community. When I say have a community, I mean build your family. Because when you build your family, you can build a community. But we don't get to see that. What we get to see is a motherfucking LeBron James. We get to see a Meek Mills. We get to see a motherfucking Rick Ross. I just be like, I'm good. That's why I'm so glad when this Diddy shit closed. I'm telling y'all, I'm gonna take over. I'm gonna take over so many sectors because I know everything. I'm not playing. What y'all don't understand is, I'm gonna say it again. I grew up with a stepdaddy who is the definition of what y'all get to see right now. And I used to think back then, like, this is the stupidest shit. Why you even believed in this shit? Why you fall for that shit? Like, why you fall for that? Like, I used to think about that with my stepdad. So to see this shit now, and to now see that the door finna close, I'm so happy, y'all. I'm telling y'all, I'm really happy because I'm 31 years old, and I don't want my fucking kids to think this shit is like normal, or like that's something for us to be looking up to. So that's why I'm glad that at least the new generation, to a certain degree, don't really know what's really going on, and I'm kind of glad about it. But at the same time, I'm sad about it because it's like, yeah, we closing that chapter, but Kaisenet and Asho Speed out there, Drewski, all them fucking people, they out there now. They the new influence of the kids. So it's like, when you think you finna close one door, I'm not playing, y'all. It's a whole nother fucking door we gotta tackle. Like, think about this. Dwayne Wade out here with a fucking satchel or whatever the hell it's called. LeBron James, he have influenced boys to think that they want to be Savannah James so they can call him daddy, nigga. I'm not playing. This kid said that they want be Savannah James so they can call him daddy. And then dude like, what you mean by that? He said, I basically want to be in the sheets so I can call him daddy. I'm like, This is what hip hop did. This is what the rap culture did. This is what gang life did. This is what prison life did. I'm not playing, y'all. This is what it did to our community. Because I got to look at my stepdaddy talk about the shit. And I knew back then when I was growing up, that's why I said, I ain't gonna lie. I was like, I want to be with one man. I want to have kids. Fuck this shit. Like, I'm telling you, when you grow up with a stepdaddy like I did, it would make you not want to be out there sleeping with millions of men. It wants you to. I know people go like, damn, you saying your stepdaddy was horrible. I'm not playing nigga was horrible. But I'm glad he was though. No cap, I'm glad he was. Because if he wasn't, I don't think I'd be the woman I am today. Because most people, when they go through traumatizing shit, they use that as more motivation to be a fucked up individual. But I ain't gonna lie, I use that as more motivation to be a great person. I use that as more motivation to have kids and do something different. Like I wanted to be the total opposite of my stepdad and my mom. Cause I felt like they was not productive, in my opinion. And I could be like that because I'm a kid. I was, a kid thinking whatever I wanted to think, right? But at the same time, I'm like, I want to have a family and I want to be better than them. And I'm glad I thought like that because the reason that I thought like that was because I was seeing the destruction that they was doing. I'm like, that shit does not look fun, and I don't want to do that. So me doing that helped me raise two beautiful children, and also be a mother of three other children. So with that being said, I'm saying all the time, I'm happy. Like I really am because like at the end of the day, what people don't understand is that if your parents is fucking over you, use that as motivation to be a better parent to your children. Don't be shitting on them, telling them, oh, they ain't this, they ain't that, all that blah not this and not that. Like, yeah, my mama wasn't this, that, and my stepdaddy definitely wasn't, he wasn't shit. But at the end of the day, I thankful that I had them in my life. No cap. I say that all the time because when I be looking at it in today's time, I be like, I'm so glad my parents was like that. Like, no cap. Because if I had to grow up and be fucked up, like how a lot of people is in today's time, I'll be like, damn, I was not with the most high. Cause that's how I really look at it. When I see a lot of people that's living these fucked up lifestyles or living in a destruction and they cool with that shit, living on food stamps for the rest of their lives and they cool with that, being in a community where the kids deleting each other and the mamas running around thinking that shit cute. Yeah, you not with the most high. That's how I be looking at it. Like I'm in a community where I don't have to worry about that. My damn door sometimes be unlocked because my kids sometimes forget to lock the door. But if I was in a community with black people, I couldn't do that shit. I'm just being real, and I don't give a fuck. People get mad at me. I don't give a fuck. Like I'm just being real. I couldn't do that if I was in the black community. But at the end of the day, we all need to address that we all got fucked over in our community. Like it is what it is. Get over it. Grow the fuck up. Raise your children and do something productive. Be like a motherfucking Floyd Mayweather man. If you want to actually say that somebody was actually won when the smoke clear, Floyd Mayweather. When the smoke clear, I don't care what nobody say. I don't care if he go down for whatever. When the smoke clear, he passed it on to his grandson. So I don't care if Floyd get taken out tomorrow. He passed on a fucking legacy that I've been screaming about ever since I was a youngin'. And to see it, I'm proud of Floyd. That's what I'm gonna keep saying. If I'm gonna say I'm proud of somebody that's a fucking celebrity, Floyd Mayweather. Because they could take him out tomorrow, but he passed on a whole legacy to his grandson. His grandson, if he do the right thing, I pray the most high that he do. If he do the right thing, his kids could be like Paris Hilton and motherfucking Trump. And I know y'all like, why you keep saying it? I'm saying that because his grandson owned a whole fucking building. I'm not talking about no like some dusty ass building that's like fucked up. I'm talking about a prestigious building. When I seen Floyd do that, I'm like, nigga, I should have been made a live stream. But it be so much negative shit going on. So sometimes the people that's actually standing on business that are celebrities, sometimes they get overlooked. I ain't gonna cap, they will get overlooked. Cause all I be seeing is them talking about how these rappers getting deleted like I care. Y'all always talking about on God, and then y'all wonder why y'all in the ground. Or my bad, y'all favorite on my dead homie. And I'll be like, y'all wonder why y'all getting deleted. Smoking on a pack, and you wonder why you getting deleted. And then y'all wonder why the youth is getting deleted. I'm telling you, if I'm telling y'all, if you have kids, I don't care what nobody say. You better brainwash your kids. You better be like me, because my kids grew up with Ryan World. If y'all don't even know who Ryan World is, but he got shit in Walmart right now. He on Nickelodeon right now. Them what my kids looked up to. So when my kids grow up one day and they get to talk about the shit that they want to talk about, they gonna get be like, my mama raised us up on positive shit. The kids that my kids got to grow up looking at, they motherfucker got their own shit right now. I'm not playing. Like, cause back then when my kids was growing up, they made a lot of popular shows for kids. So a lot of popular kids shows back then was CJ So Cool. Never me. Never my goddamn kids. I did not let my kids watch that shit. Why? Because not because they was black, because they was only talking about money and sneakers. I don't even know. Hell no. My kids watched Vlad and Nikki. They some white kids, by the way. Vlad and Nikki, they some Russian kids. They was they little boys. Vlad and Nikki. Ryan Worlds, he's Asian. And I ain't gonna lie, I thought Ryan World was awesome because I love Asian people. So when I seen that shit, I was like, yeah, my son and daughter finna watch them. Then they had twins on top of that. I was like, oh hell yeah. And then my son and daughter, they also watched. It was a TGTV. TGTV is a white dude. By the way, shout out to that man. Now this when I say standing on business. This dude literally got like 5 kids with this Mexican woman. Man, and he been on YouTube forever with his kids. They literally on Nickelodeon now too. So that's what my son and daughter was looking at. See, while y'all was letting y'all kids look at all kind of weird shit, not me. That's why my son and daughter, they don't look at no motherfucking Kais and that, no I Show Speed, no none of that. My son and daughter don't. My daughter tried to watch I Show Speed. I shut that shit down real quick. But my son, he don't watch kind of stuff he be watching. But I tell people, brainwash kids, I don't care. Like, bad to say, I don't care. I brainwash my kids and they winning. No, you can either brainwash your kids to be successful, or you can brainwash them. Let the world brainwash them. Which one you want to do? Let the world brainwash them, or you brainwash them? That's how I be looking at it, because that's the truth. Like, in society, we've been brainwashed. I'm not playing. Like, in society, we've been brainwashed to accept rappers kissing each other, grown ass men kissing young men. We thought that was okay. And even back then, when I was looking at it, I never thought that she was going. I never thought it was okay. But I was a young and growing up, so I couldn't be like, oh yeah, that shit is crazy. I mean, nobody even take me serious. I'm a damn kid. They looking at me like, you need to shut the hell up, stay in the child's place. That's what it would happen if I would have said some shit like that, because that's still during the time where your ass would have got slapped. You can't do this shit in today's time, but back then your parents could slap the fuck out you. If you got down wrong, your parents could slap the fuck out you. So I was still growing up in that time. So my ass was just like that part. But I'm gonna just keep it real. The world we live in is crazy. I remember the time your parents could slap the fuck out you. Now if you slap the fuck out of a kid, you're going to goddamn jail. That's fucked up. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I didn't. My mama didn't slap the fuck out of me, but she definitely did. Hit me a couple of times when I was in the store because I love to touch stuff. But outside of that, I mean, I really didn't. My mama didn't whoop me. I ain't gonna cap. My mama really never whooped me. I ain't never get an ass whooped by my mama. But I can't say that about my damn stepdaddy. But I ain't gonna cap. I hurry up and ran and did the right thing because I was like, I'm not gonna get whooped in a stitching course. Yeah, that are stitching course. Fuck a belt, stitching cord. So that's what I tell people all the time. So that's when I said when I had kids, that's why I say I'm gonna be in my son and daughter face all day, every day, because I knew what I went through when I was growing up, and I was like, I'm not whooping my kids. I'm not doing none of that. And my son and daughter, they ass looking, because they ain't never got a whooping a day in their life. I was not me, because I got a whooping back then. Stitching cord, that shit is not fun. That was abuse. No cap, that was abuse. In today's time, lock the fuck up, locked up. My time, go to sleep. But see, that's what I'm saying. Like, I went through a lot of fucked up stuff. Be like, be a fucked up person too, and just be like, oh, because I went through X, Y, and Z in my household. Now I'm gonna grow up and say, fuck all men, fuck all women, fuck all kids. Cause sometimes that's all I did. Cause a lot of people got traumatized in their household. Because I know I was one of them. So with that being said, so with that being said, I need to be watching I'm missing it. So that's why I'm finna leave y'all to think about all the things that I was talking about. And like I always tell y'all, I talk about whatever I want to. It's up to you if you want to listen to it or not. But like I always say when I end the live, family first, polygamy is the way of life. And again, put the most high over everything because I'm not playing, huh? Cause Satan is right there with y'all. And it's up to y'all to put the most high first. Stop trying to use Satan as a way to not be with the most high. Cause it's up to you to be with the most high. It's at the end of the day, you either gonna be with the most high, or you gonna be with Satan. Now, cause I'm telling you, I'll be so tired of y'all when y'all be like Illuminati and Satan and all that. Fuck all that. Is it you gonna be with God or not? Fuck all this. Let's talk about Satan all day. Is you gonna be with God or not? Because we all know what's gonna happen if you choose the other route. So we don't have to bring him up. So are you gonna be with God? And I'm gonna just be real, y'all. I'm gonna say it again before I end my life. If you really want to be with God, put family first. Put your children first over everything. Black men, especially, put your children first. These women, they lifestyle, what they want. Put your children first because it's a war on y'all sons. It's a war on all sons in 2025, and either y'all gonna let them keep letting this war go on for y'all sons, or y'all gonna step up and make masculinity great again. Cause I'm telling y'all, it's a war on them, on our sons. I don't know what's gonna happen in the end, but I know this: whatever do happen, son to believe in God. So if you do decide to go down that path, as long as he put the Most High first, he can't never go wrong. That's all I can say, including the daughters. But I always put the sons in a different light because I'm gonna say it again. The sons, it's a war when it comes to these sons out here, and I'm gonna keep saying, I just feel bad. I feel so bad this whole time. We've been looking at rappers kiss these boys. We've been looking at Will Smith kiss his son. We looking at Dwayne Wade's let his son get flipped. Now when I be out in public and I see the next generation of young boys being flipped, I be like, damn, I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm scared. I'm even scared for my own son to be real, cause I mean, cause why not? I mean, I'm gonna just be real. Before I end the line, I'm gonna be real. I gotta be scared for my son because it's really, I don't care what nobody say. It's really a war on the sons right now, and the only thing I could do is like pray for my son and just tell him put the Most High first. And I even tell him now, like I'm gonna be real, cause my son 12, so I tell him straight up, you could be whatever gender you want to be with, but I'm gonna just be real with you. Put the Most High first, and whatever you do. Whatever you do when you get grown, put the Most High first. That's all I can say. Because I'm not going to sit here and tell you who to sleep with and who not to sleep with. Because I feel like if I do that, then that's just a waste. Like, it just sucks that we have to live in a time where we have to even be talk to our kids about sex like that. Like, why can't I just talk about the birds and bees and then be done with it? Why I got to go into all that other stuff that they don't even need to be thinking about? Like, sad times we living in when it comes to our sons. And I know I'm just keep saying that people ain't gonna want to talk about it like that, but it's the truth. It's a war on our sons, and we should protect them. And I'm gonna say it, whatever they end up doing when it comes to their S life, don't let it phase you. Just know that you did the best you could as a parent. Because how they out here flipping our kids, your son might get flipped too. And you might have been the best parent you possibly could have been. I'm just being real. Because I be real with my own self. I say to myself, if my son grow up and be with a man, I ain't going to be mad at myself. You know why? Because I can't change what he want to do in his life. And that's the truth. Like, and who's to say that just because he might live that lifestyle that he still don't go with the Most High? Who am I to say just because he might want to be with a man that he can't be with the Most High? I can't think like that because I'm gonna be real. It might be some gay people that leave this earth that might even still be with the Most High, and you know why? Because even though that person might still be sleeping with a man, he still love the Most High. He put the Most High first in everything. A gay person can literally put the Most High first in everything in life and still go be with the Most High. So that's what I'm gonna tell y'all. I don't have nothing against no community. I just care that the kids are being exposed to things that they shouldn't be exposed to. So with that being said, I'm gone.